whoever's out there. Well, back. Man, it's been a while since I played. About a week, I guess a week or more than a week. Yeah, I just got the. Oh wow, this feels weird. Just got my Retroid Pocket 6. I've been messing around there and decided to actually turn off my cloud syncing because I'm using this cloud sync on my Retroid Pocket 6. I'm gonna use this one. And I'm just worried. I'm using Game Hub. I don't want my game saves to get out of sync and weird stuff to happen to my main console save here, so figure I'd disconnect it from the cross save and just keep this Retroid Pocket 6 one for my GOG install. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. What up, for Spawn? Yeah, it's crazy to think like I was trying to get the Steam version of my No Man's Sky to work on my little Retroid through Game Hub and Game Native, but for some reason I couldn't get the control of the gamepad to work because of Steam API that's being used. So I went out and bought a Retroid, went out and bought the COG version, so, which I don't feel bad. You know, I played this game for 9 years, so spending $50 on it again, worth it. But then I found out, you know, I ran it actually on my Retroid Pocket 6 in Game Native and in WinLater, and it didn't run the best. So I've basically been using a Switch version now. I'm running a Switch version of No Man's Sky in Eden, and it runs like a dream, actually. The big downfall, though, I found out through the last 6 hours of banging away at my desk here, is that the game save format for Switch No Man's Sky is completely different than all the other platforms. So basically, I can't do any game save. You can't do any game editing of a Switch game save for No Man's Sky like you can PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox, and all the other platforms. So I don't know. Switch 2 might be different. So yeah, might just a limitation, I guess, of the editors and whatnot. Yeah, because I tried to get this all my game saves over to my Switch version, and I can copy them over and everything because Eden has an option in there where you can do that. You're right. Of course you are, brother. It's all good, dude. Do what you gotta do. I'm just talking to the world of you and I guess. But so yeah, it's kind of a bummer though. I couldn't get that game save in, and since, you know, I'm running No Man's Sky Switch through Eden, an emulator, I don't have online. Otherwise, I could probably do cross save that way, but I don't know. It isn't working. So I'll see here. I'll try it again on the next versions that come out. But yeah, it's funny. I was playing Need for Speed Underground 2 yesterday on my Retroid Pocket 6, and oh my god, that just runs great. The best thing was I have a dock for it, so I just basically plop it on the dock. But then I gotta go into the emulator and change all the inputs. It's not like a Switch, unfortunately. That's one thing, you know, with the retro game on Android right now. I think I hope actually, somebody comes out that makes docks for these devices we use. They actually make like a proper launcher software that integrates ESDU and the ability to set game mappings or input mappings for what based upon if you're on a dock or not. I think, you know, all you need to do is build an application that detected if there's a DisplayPort connection going, and if that connection is going, implement a secondary control scheme input. Which you'd think it'd be pretty easy to do, but again, I'm not a coder. Damn it, I'm gonna look into it. Should I vibe code with Claude or somebody? Be like, okay, I want to write an Android app that allows ESDU GUI to be displayed, but will override the hooks for input. So basically, when I connect a Bluetooth controller, a certain one, it would automatically trigger a profile switch for every emulator I have installed, which is probably possible to do, I bet, because I imagine in Android applications APK files, you could probably send like command line parameters to the application if it has an API hook or whatever. So that's like the part about me is dangerous, that I understand how software works. I can't write the code, but I know how to build the code, or how to build the program. So I think, if anything, if someone knows how to write code, wants to team up that with me, I know how the fundamental everything works. I just don't know how to write the actual code, or I'm just too lazy to learn it, honestly. So I mean, the most coding I do is I like to do batch file scripting. for a while there, man. Oh, I loved using AutoIt. Like that was my job, I guess. Like I said before, quite a few times that I was the software, not developer, application administrator. So I basically pushed out software updates, rolled out applications behind the scenes, saw my users with using, what was it, ZenWorks we used. Then of course I used SCCM and AutoIt. Oh my god, I love AutoIt. The things you can do with AutoIt is crazy. Like I could write malware so easy with that and hide it as an explorer.exe app. Yeah, basically what I would do is, that was my coding. I'd use AutoIt to take applications, send command line parameters, and then delete files, run registry keys. Like, the funny thing is, like, people don't realize that batch file scripting, I remember, like, forever when I was, sysadmin. Oh, I love this thing. Look how good that looks. When I was sysadmin, everyone always kept telling me, like, oh, you gotta learn PowerShell, all the, guys, consultants. I'm like, I don't need to learn PowerShell. DOS is gonna be, batch file scripting is gonna be around forever. Sure enough, today, still, people are using batch files everywhere. What up, dude? I'm just messing around on another of my saves here. Was trying to get my main game saves into my Switch version of No Man's Sky, and oh jeez, since I'm using an emulator, it ain't working, yo. Which is okay though. That just forces me to start a new game, which actually the planet I landed on, started in my new game on my Retroid Pocket 6 and Switch version is not bad. I'm like right between a trade terminal and what else was I by? There's like 3 points of interest I'm right by. So that was like really cool. Actually, I'm gonna go to my main save. Yeah, I turned off all my cloud syncing now since don't want to break it. Don't want to break my main saves here since I have so many platforms going on right now. Like I'm literally playing this game on, oh my god, let's see here now. PlayStation 5, Mac once in a while I'm bored at my desk. My Retroid Pocket 6 in Switch and in the COG version. Switch is a better version though. I'm gonna get about 20 frames per second on the PC version on my Retroid Pocket 6. So, but I didn't, I got my Retroid Pocket 6. PC gaming was a very minor secondary bonus feature in my world. Whereas I wanted my Pocket 6 for PlayStation 2 games and GameCube. And Switch games too. And holy balls, it runs like GameCube and PlayStation 2 games like so good. So I never emulated I only emulated usually up to PlayStation 1 and like all the handhelds up to like I guess the Vita, almost the Vita. So I used to run my handheld retro stuff on my PlayStation Vita. I modded my launch one, and the last 3 years that thing is starting to show its age pretty heavily. That 333 megahertz, what's it, ARM? I think it's an ARM processor too, but it's a really crappy one, old one. Just can't handle like the ports or anything. Plus, it's been forever since I bought a new console. Well, PlayStation 5 last year or so. But it's a long time since I bought a portable handheld. Oh, yeah, I bet. Man, I forget how good PlayStation 5 Pro version of No Man's Sky looks. Like, I've been playing on that Switch, Eden. That's at like, I guess it's like 720p resolution around. But man, this looks so good at 120 hertz too. Oh yeah, butter. Yeah, it's my your eyes, man. Oh, it appreciates 120 hertz after you've been doing like 30 frames per second, 30 hertz or whatever type of gaming. Well, I have really no plans for today, just to ramble on to somebody besides myself about the Retroid stuff I've been doing. Yeah, oh man, I was gonna make a video showing how to go from handheld like gaming on my Retroid to dock mode, and I was making the video, and I literally just got frustrated. I'm like making the video, sitting down, I'm like, okay guys, well now I should be able to do this and this. It didn't work. No, maybe I gotta change this. It didn't work. So I should actually just upload that video and just kind of title the post. It's close to a Switch, but not quite. That's one thing, you know, consoles can do so well is that seamless type of, you know, switching or whatever. But you know, I mean, if I were to leave my Retroid Pocket 6 on the dock and just constantly use my two DualSense controllers I have connected, it would not be a problem at all. Once you have it set up, it's good to go. It's just when you switch between a dock and not dock, it doesn't know. Android has issues with game device ID detections. It will give your DualSense controllers a different game controller ID sometimes, and that really messes up controls. But I mean, considering it's an Android device, that still is amazing. Hey, it's Midas. What up, dude? Oh, I'm gonna decline for right now, buddy. Sorry. I'm not gonna be doing much gaming, honestly. Just chilling. But, so yeah, I was like, so yeah, I'm very happy with my choice right now. Like, this is like one of the only I buy all kinds of gaming devices. The biggest problem I have, like, I think a lot of these guys that are really doing the retro gaming these days is that they have so many devices that they don't even play them. Like, it's more, I hate to admit it, I get just as much fun setting up a crazy device as I do actually playing with it. But now that, I mean, it took me 10 hours, I'd say, fully to get it all figured as how I wanted to. But dude, I just played No Man's Sky for like an hour on there, and it only took my battery down 15%. That is very solid. Uh-oh, so what do you got? You got a trick? Oh yeah, I'm in. Just so you don't break my save. I think we're in a group together now, so we're good. I think we automatically are because we're friends. We're friends in the game and on PlayStation. Should I sit on my aerial area here and wait? I bet it's a Corvette or something. Oh, I wonder if it's somehow a Colossus on a Corvette. I'm in. Oh, hey! Oh, Jesus! Dude! You scared the crap out of me. That would have made me poop my pants in VR, man. Especially with that, oh, dude, with that mask on. Yeah. That's scary. You're scary, dude. How's your first spawn yak colony going? I got some really good pictures, dude. It looked like a coliseum behind my little base there, so. But yeah, good times. I'm gonna go sit on my Corvette and go cruise around the planet. I'm on a ride with, man. Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's yeah, it's one of those really good really fun device. I mean, there's more powerful devices out there, the Iron Thors, the Odins or whatever, and all the Windows ones, of course. But you know what the thing about those Windows handhelds? They lost the complete fucking plot, yo. The idea, like, GPD included, I love GPD. Like, I don't know if you guys know who they are. They're the original company that actually made these crazy, unique, portable devices, mainly Windows computers with game controllers built into them. The downfall with them these days is that they've gotten to the point where they've priced themselves out of the niche, man. You're dropping $1,800 on a fucking handheld running Windows 11? No effing thing. Maybe, you know, like Proton OS, Linux, EMOS style, I can see, but yeah, no, I love their company, but it's the problem I have again was they lost the plot, man. Like, I bought their back in the day, I bought a GPD Pocket, GPD WinMax, the very first iteration they put up, and that cost me about $1,100, and it was solid. I mean, it wasn't like crazy good, but it was good. It played games. Like, the funny thing is, looking back on it now, 5 years later, maybe 6 years later actually, that this Retroid Pocket 6 I have plays games better than that device did 6 years ago today, which is wild. Oh, the squid. So, I mean, that's like, and nowadays, I mean, now you can buy the Win 5, I think it was the latest one, and that thing costs, oh Jesus, $1,800 to $2,100. Yes, it's a technological marvel that what it's running, that AMD crazy CPU and integrated GPU. But at that point, who cares? You're spending $2,000. I can buy 9 of my Retroid Pocket 6s and give them to all my friends, and we can do multiplayer for the cost of one of those devices. And the problem still is that you're still running Windows 11. That's actually the reason why I went Android. So I've always used to get the Windows version of a device if it had an option of Windows or Android. Like I used to buy a lot of tablets and two-in-one PC devices in a day. But looking back on it, I'm like, the biggest problem with Android was the fact that you'd get abandoned. Your OS would get abandoned. Like manufacturers would literally give you 2 security updates, half a feature update, and oh, you're stuck on Android 4. But then for now, you know, the current version of Android 7, you know. That's the biggest issue with Android devices, that it's a little harder for the community to really truly support them in the long run, especially if they're bootloader locked and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I used to play Android. I used to run Modica custom ROMs on my Nexus back in the day, the original Nexus 1. Oh my god, I miss the kitchen sink custom firmware builders. They don't have those anymore, really. That was like the best thing in the world. And then after that, I went to the iPhone. I love how mine is just like circling me. So this is what it's like to be a bird being circled by prey, huh? Wait, I'm the prey. I'm the big bird. But no, that's crazy. Like, I realize, I'm, like I said before, I'm mid-40s person, and I've been gaming since '80s, and I'm a kind of an anomaly of my friends. Like, I realize I'm an anomaly of me in my age group. Actually, I'm kind of, the way my lifestyle is, I'm more like a 30-year-old, 20-year-old than I am, I guess, a 40-year-old. But oh well. But then my body tells me, hey, yeah, you're 40, you're mid-40. I went skiing yesterday with my buddy and their kids, and that was a blast, actually. Yeah, I'm sore today. We gotta have the nice couch area here. We can just hang out and watch the world fly by. Look at the barrel. Isn't that kind of cool? Watch Midas chase us around. Dude, do you want me to stop and you want to hop on? Hang on, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go park quick. See if he wants to hop in or not, if he's gonna just circle me like a vulture. But so yeah, like retro gaming stuff. I've been doing that since like when the first Raspberry Pi came out. That was like the biggest thing people did with the first Raspberry Pis was build retro boxes. Like my thing was, when I did that, I didn't want to just have a pure retro gaming box. I wanted like a 2-for-1 media box and retro box. So what I did is I utilized OSMC, which at the time would allow you to run RetroPie on top of it within it, so you could have basically like a Plex Kodi interface on your TV, so very easy for like older people like my mom and dad. And then you could have another menu section just for RetroPie that you could click on, and it would instantly launch right into the RetroPie interface. And then when you exit back out of there, you go right back into the OSMC. So that was great, but the problem I had in those days, emulation back in that day, that was like 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, GameCube, PlayStation 2, those are mythical kind of emulation at the time. N64 even then was mythical. I mean, N64 hasn't really gotten to be solid emulation in the last 8 years even, So, oh, there you go. You're on. Cool. I know, I could have. You're good that way. I love watching people on my ship. Okay, I'm gonna go put on the autopilot. Thinking of Wally. I'm gonna go sit on top and sit out back here on the porch, keep yammering away. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I just like chatting about gaming stuff. My problem is, a lot of my friends are awesome, pretty techie considering some for the most part, but I don't know. It's fun to chat about stuff. And just to let people know what's possible these days out there, like my last couple of videos, actually I'm starting to utilize, I'm gonna actually try to run a local LLM music generation model to do background music with. So, I know, AI music, I'm not gonna, no, this is background music, which is pretty solid. So I could do it myself, honestly, because I have GarageBand, I have a keyboard and everything, and a little bit of music know-how, but when I just want to put a little like subtle techno music in the background, I'm gonna use an AI music generator. Plus I don't have to worry about some stupid company from 15 years ago claiming my stupid background open source or public domain music as their own and trying to do copyright strikes on me. I'm like, dude, why are you doing copyright strikes on me? I have like 6 people watching at the most at the time. Like, this is a big day for me. Thanks, guys and gals. Hi, dude. Do the grind, my friend. It's always a pleasure. I always like it when you come on by. Use my old usual. Later. And there he goes. I love how he just disappeared. And there they went. Oh, hey, we got... Oh, jeez. Look at these guys. Looks like the neighborhood, friggin' patrol group's coming by for a little flyby to... I hope they don't hit us. We're kind of in the path right now. Yeah, if you get in front of them when they warp, they're gonna launch you like crazy into space. Let's see what happens here. I don't know. We're kind of in the path of that one right there. Like, see this one right there? Yeah, that one there? That thing's gonna... Or are they just cruising with us? Like, they're not gonna leave. Dude, no way. Hang on. I'm just gonna find out here. So what do you do in No Man's Sky? Well, I just, like, see how the game works. I do experiments, like, a lot of times in the game. Like, what happens if I do this? I don't know, that's kind of fun, you know, that's... Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, juice! Never mind. We were safe. Yeah, I had my ship in front of them one time, and that was quite the result. I think it launched me, like, into, like, way away from the planets. It was kind of wild. Good old Midas coming by to say hi. I love it. Yeah, well, yeah, the Switch, you know, version just got the Corvette update, so I'm gonna probably, after I'm done yapping here, grab my Retroid Pocket 6 that's sitting next to me and play No Man's Sky in it. Actually, I've been trying to work on... Oh, man, it's such a... I'll have to look into it more. Do streaming from my Pocket 6 itself to YouTube. Because for a while there, I had my, the iPad mini set up with RetroArch, so I could instantly stream right to YouTube from my RetroArch setup, which is really badass. But then something broke in my setup, and I haven't looked into it again. I guess I could always do OBS, you know, and my Mac, but I don't know. I'm not that interested. You know, I'm just kind of like... I realized that I could be, if I really wanted to, I mean, I have the lifestyle right now, I could be a Hassan or a fucking Gold, Osmond Gold, whatever kind of person where, because I am constantly on. Like, I could stream 8 hours a day and that would just be like my normal day, except I'm actually streaming it. But my problem is I do worry about doxing the hell out of myself because I'm so stupid. Well, I'm smart, but I'm reckless when it comes to that stuff. Like, you get a couple of beers in me and put me on a live stream, oh Jesus, I'm gonna be scrubbing the internet from that live stream because I probably revealed too much crap. Actually, you know what? It's been like 3 months. I think I'm gonna have a beer here. Let's go warp somewhere while I get a beer. It's funny though, I'm gonna have like, I'll probably drink half this beer and be like, oh, that was stupid. So yeah, there's a lesson for you kids. Drinking beer is bad. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's fun as heck. You just get older and body hurts. Yeah, it's funny to think, you know, my buddies and I got together yesterday skiing with my friends. All of us are mid-40s, almost 50 years old, and they have a bunch of kids, so I got to hang with some kids. I love kids, honestly. I'm never going to have them myself, but I just love them. I just am intrigued by kids, because I like to be the friend in the friend group that's like, I'm the guy that remembers what it's like to be a kid, and I'm the guy that gives the kids more credit than the parents would give them, you know? Like, I think parents and adults somehow want to underestimate the understanding and just awareness of the outside world that kids have internally that maybe they can't portray externally or vocally, you know? Like, I don't know, like, I remember when I was a kid, I understand some pretty deep shit when I was like 8, 9 years old. Like, my parents were older, we were farmers, I was adopted. So, I mean, by that time in life, my life as a kid at 10 years old, I had already come to terms with the idea that I was an adopted kid My parents, I don't know who my parents were. My parents now are not my blood parents, obviously, because, you know, they're white. I'm Asian, Korean. And, you know, that whole, it was a lot when I think about it, looking back on it. But then at the same time, like, a part of me didn't have any issues with that. Like, I never really had a sense of abandonment like a lot of people have that are adopted well, especially people that are adopted and orphans that never knew who their parents were or any of their blood relatives. So I got lucky, but that's what I like to be, is I like to be the adult in the room that recognizes the kids' brilliance and everything else, and awareness and subtle social cues that they exhibit that are just like positive, you know, like my goal is to be the single dude that is like, I want to be influential in a positive way to my friends' kids, where like when they get older, I like, it's very selfish of me to say, but I want them to come back to me when they're 30 years old and say, I want to thank you for this moment that you did this, that had such a key, pivotal role into my development. Because as an adult, I'm very self-reflective upon my life and the things I've done and experienced, the shit I've done, the stupid things I've done, the idiotic things I've said, the hurtful things I've done, you know, not just the good things. And I just started realizing this last month or two, thinking about it. Like, I just thought about all these really subtle, just non-important moments I've had in life that I still remember and think about to today. And the fact that I do that, the impact it has had on my life. And that is my purpose now and goal in this life after my mom passing and my parents are, you know, taking care of them and helping them. Now it's my time. My goal in this purpose in this world it's for the young people. Quite literally, like, support them, encourage them, give them an example, or be an example of adults being good still, you know, and fun and good. Because right now it's so, oh God, it's hard, I imagine, for kids to look at the people in charge going, what is wrong with the world, mom and dad? You know, it's like, if they're, you know, thinking about that stuff. It's hard, it's a lot to take in, but. So there's my crazy hippies talk here. My life goal now is just to be a positive influence for the young people. To be that person that can maybe just make a compliment to them in one way that will forever change their lives, you know? Because it's, people, we always think that the most pivotal, like, moments in our lives are going to be this grand event, this, like, dramatic sci-fi, like, K-pop, I mean, like, Japanese dramatic moment. But the reality is, the most influential, pivotal moments are the most subtle moments that you don't even think about. They're ones that just happen. And then you look back later on, a month later, because a part of it is stuck with you. You don't know what it is, it just sticks with you. And then you go back and you're like, wow, that was very influential. Haha, dude. So, sorry we're gonna go deep today, you know, like, we're not gonna try to get negative though, we're gonna stay happy. Just, you know, try to stay inspirational, because our world needs inspiration and hope right now. Like, the way the world's played out right now, it's so easy to see it falling apart, because it kind of feels like it is, and it kind of is, but the positives we take of that is that this is the last stand of the old generation, of the old world of thinking, of the old misogynistic, authoritarian. This is like the last chance of the bad people, the evil side of the world, trying to make the 1984 dystopian reality a reality. So we can't waver. And we can't, you know, as much as we want to fight back with the same exact techniques they're using, we can't. We do gotta take the high road. But we could still make it very annoying for them. We can still stick dildos on their vehicles and stuff, so. But, I don't know. It's interesting, like, it's funny, like, a lot of my friends always tell me, like, you know, you'd make a really good dad. I'm like, you know, I probably would, but I'll be honest, I'm selfish. I am fully 100% acknowledge my selfishness of my free time, like, and freedom of my lifestyle, like, too, you know. Which I get why people have kids, and I appreciate everyone that has kids and parents out there. You guys are awesome. You are doing a job, obviously, I could never do, because I'm not. So, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna slowly fly to the other side of the planet. Um, but yeah, no, it's just not for me. I mean, I thought about it. It's weird though. I think I've set myself up as a younger person. Like, there's a part of myself that I always told myself that I was going to be a single person my whole life. And, like, I used to have dreams as a kid being, like, a really weird dream. Like, far future dreams, like, where I myself was actually about 20 years older than I was at the time. And, like, several, like, tons of the dreams. I used to watch a lot of, like, superhero, super agent movies. Oh, jeez, we're gonna hit that wrong! Oh, okay, we're good. Superhero agent movies, and all my dreams, I remember very vivid, would be, like, being a martyr, basically, for people, like, taking one for the team, so to say. And it's funny how that mentality is kind of always stuck with me, like, I will gladly, like I tell my friends always that I tell them, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to a protest. You guys want to take along or not? And they're like, oh, I can't. I'm like, no. I know some people, you know, like, that's what I'm here for and why I do things, because I don't have the responsibilities of those kind of responsibilities. So I need to represent people that want to be there, that have responsibilities, you know. So, like, today, you know, actually, tomorrow. Ooh, it's cool. Huh? Yeah, tomorrow. I'm gonna go up to the Whipple building again and yell at the ICE agents. Hopefully not get sprayed or anything, but if it is, whatever. But yeah, it's wild, you know, like, there's a lot of people I know, like, they get to my age, mid-40s, early 50s, and they start having, like, some existential dread, or more dread of FOMO of, like, past events in life, like, oh man, I wish I would have did this, you know. But yeah, that's the best part about life that we live in. It's a linear-based timeline. There's no going backwards. It's a cause and effect-based world we live in. Without it, life would be so fucking boring. Like, people talk about heaven, like, all the religious people talk about this place called heaven. I mean, the movie, they showed The Good Place, you know what I'm talking about. But the reality of the fact, I think I've been saying this for a while, is that we are actually maybe in a version of heaven. We just don't know it. You know? Like, if you think about it, let's say we're talking about next level dimensional existence. You know, we're going 5th dimensional, 6th dimensional. We have full, complete, utter control of space, time, everything. What's the point? Tell me, what is the point if you know everything, can do everything, can go anywhere? Is there a point to existing then? I think the problem is with that existence at that level is that you cannot ever truly feel emotions, because that requires, again, a singular linear timeline, time frame world. It's like a cause and effect based world in reality. So if you live in a world that doesn't have time as an actual constant, in that sense that it's always moved forward, there is no point to anything. It is like, what is the point, honestly? Like, as much as we complain about our world, the people in it, the leaders, the fact that we feel pain, anger, fear, love, that's, to me, is the utter afterlife. Maybe when we die, we go back to the other life, and that's just nothingness. Existing forever. Like, that's like the people that want to be immortal. I'm like, you did not think about that one. Like, any reasonable person would never choose to be immortal. Sure, the first 300 years are great, but man, after 300 years, you become the bad guy in the world. You know, you become the villain, no matter what your intentions are. After a few hundred years of being immortal, as much good as you've done, you start seeing the repeating patterns of society and humanity, and also the reality that you can never that everything that you love and care for will always come to an end while you keep going. Like that to me, that's the definition of hell. The biblical sense, I guess, more so. So yeah, like all these religious people out there, anyone that's out there religious, if you ain't practicing what you preach, yeah, you're just wasting your damn time on this planet then. See, that's a problem I have though too. I realize thinking about stuff and said I have very, how do I explain it? Because there's people out there that will have very singular viewpoints in life where they apply one viewpoint or belief system flat across the board and are not fluid enough to maneuver their ideas and beliefs and mold them and change as they go. You know, like some people out there believe that what I believe now as a 20-year-old is what I need to believe when I'm 50 and when I need to believe when I'm 70. You know, it's like being inflexible, not changing with the times and who you are as a person, maybe even, you know. So that brings it back to my world viewpoints. Like my belief systems and outlooks and looking at the world exist on many various levels. Like I have my foundational scientific belief systems, which are the world we exist in right now, that we have observable world and the physics and everything that exists. They are real, very real as I am to you and you are to me in that sense, that they're purely observational, they exist, there are laws that exist, and yes. But then I have another belief system that goes a whole higher level than that. That's, you know, like dimensional existence outside of this dimension and whatnot. And then beyond that, I have my spiritual belief system framework, which is mainly it's a karma based. I believe in karma in the universe and everything. Like there is good and there is bad, and there is right and there's wrong. Like a lot of people want to say that once you get beyond a certain scope of understanding, that good and bad are just, you know, they don't exist. Well, they don't exist maybe to those entities, but if they're observing us, it does still exist. I mean, so, and you know, like the thing with Interstellar, you know, talking about existence, how that all worked for them. I mean, they said that, oh geez, time loops, man, whatever, time loops. But I mean, if we were to, oh geez, now I'm just kind of getting lost in my thoughts right now. There's too many of them mixing and blending and blurring together right now. But you know, how do I explain it? If you look back, like, and there's another layer of my belief system too, is our actual universe, and that's in its existence. That'd be my second from the foundational level. I don't necessarily agree with physicists and scientists on the Big Bang Theory, but that doesn't affect our day-to-day understandings of the world and how gravity works. Well, I guess it could eventually, but localized gravity, that is. Oh man, it's like a full-time job keeping my belief systems all leveled and siloed. But you know, I think it's good for a person to actually, you know, think about this stuff, to classify what they believe and how they believe it, because there's so much hypocrisy in the world right now. Like, and this is the very surface level easy shit that I'm talking about, like people that are identifying as being fundamental Christians that are like saying the shit they're saying, that are mega supporters, you know. It's like, or like, you know, liberals just being the same way too. I mean, again, I'm not gonna, they're bad fucking people on both sides. Look at the Epstein files, yo. Look at the fucking Epstein files. So there's oh boy, wow, what a transition we're going now. Holy balls. Why is no one in jail right now? Holy balls. You and I do what they did. Well, you and I wouldn't do what they did, but we have morals and a sense of decency. Even the bad people, even the criminals have at least some kind of decency. Nope, you and I, we'd be in prison forever, locked away. We'd be like ICE detainees. But here's the scary thing. Thinking about. How come we can't figure out where ICE is putting people after they detain them, but yet people can be a bunch of pedophiles and literally pay to have kids as sex slaves and have documents by our government, Department of Justice. Yet they're walking around free every day and maybe walking into fucking daycares or places where young kids are. Every single person named in that file needs to be classified as a pedophile, put on a list, and you know what? Castrated if they're male. Take the tools away. I'm sorry. That's like the, Sin City. That's a great dark movie. A good adaptation of the graphic novel. Take the tools away, man. I'm sorry. People say, oh, you can't do that to people that are sex offenders. I'm sorry. If you're caught 3 times in a row for sex offending with a minor, I think we just rip the balls right off or take away the urges. I'm sorry, you violated every social contract, rule, and law and decency right there. And you are not afforded. I don't care if it's a mental disorder. It's a disorder. It needs to be addressed, and you take away the tools first. Yeah, they can still have other ways to do it, but you know what? At least that is one less tool they got. So yeah, that's what I say. Pedophiles, castrate the fuck out of them. Yep. That's my thoughts. I'm not saying like one time. This like repeat offenders I'm talking about, like obvious, like not a 19-year-old sleeping with a 16-year-old or an 18-year-old sleeping with a 17-year-old, that kind of thing. I'm talking like obvious sex trafficking, no questions asked, like multiple offenses, like third offense, 3 strikes, your ball's gone. That's what I think we should call it, the 3 balls and you're out kind of thing, huh? See, I don't get it, man. I don't believe in, I do believe in capital punishment because at some point there's no point to keep you alive. If you've taken out more than 5 people, humans, yeah, you don't, and it was cold blood, no remorse whatsoever, there's no point in your existence. The post-existence will catch up to you, if we can't, people like say, oh, you gotta make them suffer and pay. Well, you know what? The universe and reality will make those type of people pay. Because there is, again, I feel, overall, on a grand scale of things, there is karma. There is karma. I feel karma is very real in the real world. My life and my day-to-day happenings, I think, are examples of karma. Like I am a cheesy motherfucker, I realize. But my goal every day when I go outside is to try to at least interact with one stranger and it be a positive interaction. And let's just say, in the last 40 plus years of my life, or actually 30 years of doing that now, because I've discovered this life hack, as you want to call it, cheat, when I was in grade school, when I was in 2nd grade. What was it? There's this kind of kid I didn't get along with. I remember this because I was like, yeah, 2nd grade, on the playground. He was really annoying me, kind of picking on me, so I got mad and I got revenge, and I pushed him off the monkey bars. And then he started crying, and I felt so bad, so bad. And then I don't know, something about that whole interaction just made me realize. And then the next day, after all that happened, he didn't change. He's still kind of mean to me, picking on me. And so instead, this time on the playground, I decided, hey, you know what? I'm being nice to him. So so I tried to make him laugh with my first thing I tried to do. And sure enough, made him laugh. Next thing you know, next day or two, next month or two, he never bothered me anymore. He started sticking up for me down the road finally. Like, it's crazy, it's that old saying, it's the reason why it's a saying. You catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. You have nothing to lose being good to people, and everything to gain. Okay, another example. Like, oh my god, I was watching this comedian, off topic, but not. I can't remember his name. He's like, this white comedian that's a southern comedian that all the black people know. He's like black famous, as he says. And he's like talking about like, man, black people, they hook you up, yo. They fucking hook you up. And you know what? I have a story about that, actually. So on campus, I used to go to this gas station, Amoco, to get smokes. So I was a smoker at the time, and it was like about a block away. It was right by 35W and what was it? 35W and University Avenue. It was the old Amoco there by the Hardys before it turned into condos now. Yeah, that gentrification is crazy. But yeah, I remember going down there talking. I remember going there all the time, just fucking high as hell or drunk as shit. And this one like lady there, her name was Kay, I think it was, and black lady. She was kind of, she's from the northern side of cities or whatever, so she had a little slang, little swagger to her, little attitude. But her and I, like, I always got along with her, talking with her and giving her shit, and she'd always like. Then after like the first time I came in there, like just totally blazed one day, and she's like, "Dude, you smoke?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Hey, let's go back." So we went in the bathroom. We ended up like smoking like 3 blunts. I'm like, "Dude, don't you need to be in front?" She's like, no one comes in. They know it's me. But then later on down the road, she started hooking me up. I'd go in there, and she'd give me like a full-on carton of cigarettes every time. Like, "Hey, let's go in the bathroom here, smoke something." Like, just blew my mind. Like, by the end of that year, she'd give me about 50 cartons of cigarettes. She was the sweetest lady, though. I still have a pipe she gave me, she carved. The funniest thing, though, I remember her, I don't know if it's real or legit, but we were talking about, hip-hop at the time, and I was, like, talking about a couple of these really awesome remixes I had of Tupac and Changes, and she's like, "You like Tupac?" I'm like, "Oh, I love Tupac." She's like, "Hang on a second here." She fucking pulls out of her purse this, like crazy old picture from, like, 1980, I want to say 81, showing, like, this dude with a rag on his head, and her, like, it looks like her, and she's like, "You know how to do this?" I'm like, "Nah." Like, "Yeah, it's Tupac." I'm like, "No." So I don't know if she really did know him or not, but she definitely had some gang tattoos. She was, I think, in a gang too at some point, and she was definitely rough. But she was a sweetheart, though, man. And all that happened. I'm like, the funniest thing, think about is like, at the time, I guess I was wearing your typical 2000s, 90s grunge wear. Well, I'm a pretty clean-cut looking Asian dude, and not the guy you probably look at and think, "Oh man, that dude's a total pothead party guy." Nope, definitely not. And I don't know. I'm like that super happy joy guy, drunk dude. I'm down for whatever. Shit, man. It's funny to think about like the party my friends and I did in the past. Like, I don't know if you young people party like we did, which you guys are smart because holy balls, the amount of brain cells we blew. Like, I mean, there's a reason why we're seeing dementia at such a younger age right now. It's because all the baby boomers, they fucking drank, yo. Like, drank. And like their generation before them, the reason why they didn't have dementia is because, well, they didn't diagnose it. Back in the day, when I was growing up, people with dementia, you know what they used to call them? Senile. Yeah, there wasn't dementia. It was only called Alzheimer's, and that was like unspoken. You don't say you had Alzheimer's, because that was like a death sentence they called that. But my grandpa, he had dementia totally, looking back on it. Grandma, she never did. She was sharp as a whip. So yeah, I realized, like, yeah, so it's... But no, like, I mean, with the whole positivity and karma thing, another belief I have is, whatever you put out into the world is what you get back from the world. It may not be instant, it may not be proportional, but it will come back that way. It's a boomerang effect, I believe it. Karma and just reality and being a person. And I think also, too, on a higher level that we do. I mean, we are electromagnetic beings, really, when it comes down to it. And I just think that, I don't want to get into the crystals and all that stuff because I don't want to sound too crazy, but I don't again, layers of belief. That kind of stuff is not within my first 5 layers, so they're just fun things to think about, but I give them the possibility for being a thing that is real. Yeah, I like some knock-knock jokes. I feel like I'm gonna get trolled into a really good one here. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for it, my friend. Yeah, I'm a sucker, yo. Like, for trolls, like, I fall into every troll trap, but I don't know if it's on purpose. Maybe yes, maybe no. Knock knock, he says. Who's there? He wrote, I eat my poo. Yo, dude, you would have hung out. You would have got along with all of us, like, totally awesomely, yesterday. There were so many horrible, bad, fun dad jokes said yesterday, and so many boys' eyes rolling. It was excellent. Oh, man. Thank you, pay time off. You rock, dude. You know what? The world just needs more stupid fun, you know? Stupid fun is what we need. And that's what I try to do. This is why I stream, honestly. I feel like people just want to hear, like, someone just talk. You know, I know it. Honestly, I do have a pretty good sounding voice. At least the ladies used to tell me that on the phone back in the day, because I'm old, you know. Back when I was young, we had called the girls on the phone. Oh my god, you thought, like, texting the girls nerve-wracking? Try talking to them live. Feel bump. Oh, crisscross! Make you jump, jump! Love it, dude. But yeah, no, I just, like... At times, I feel like the world's taking itself too seriously, but then at other times, you're like, come on. We need to be the adult in the room here. Be the adult in the room. Come on. I'm sorry, young people, again. I'm so sorry. I'm trying, man. I'm really trying. I think you guys are awesome. I gotta say, like, I like Gen Z a lot in the workplace. Well, I can't say I've worked with them, but I like their attitudes, because that's an attitude I just came to realize, like, just in the last 10 years. It's like, in my 30s, I started realizing the things that Gen Z realize when they're, like, 16. Good job. Way to open your eyes. Yeah, the system's rigged. Why are we even playing it, right? Like, I am an example of why Gen Z is onto something. Like, I worked at every company I've worked at my whole life. I've worked at pretty long term. First job I got was at the Regis Corporation. I used to do their point of sales support. So, like, hairstylists would have issues putting, like, fucking paper in their receipt printers. Yeah, they called me. And I walked them over the phone how to put paper in their machine. So, like, the jobs I've had, like, I realized that the jobs I have like that really gave me good visualization skills. Like, I can walk people through stuff easily, or I can actually do things closing without seeing stuff now at times. Like, I can understand pattern pretty fast, but... So yeah, like, crazy time. But, like, Gen Z, you guys are onto something. I worked at my first job, that Regis job, for 7.5 years. Started off making $36,000, left making $48,000 after 7 years. Looking back on it, I mainly took that job because I wanted the experience, and I knew that I could instantly get like crazy high level experience that you normally couldn't get at an entry level job. And I'd been working there part time when I was in college too, because I could just literally sit on the phones there and do all my homework at night, and it paid pretty good for college, and it was an office job too. So I realized, early I needed to have office experience if I want to be a IT tech guy in a corporation and not a point of sale type of person, which is a whole different world. But so yeah, like, I worked there 7 years, only about $12,000 raise. I realized looking back on it, people that did my job were getting paid about $80,000 to $90,000. Shit. So then I moved on to the law firm and started on the entry level there. Again, my career grew up when I was in a different world. Back when I was getting jobs in the early 2000s, there was inter-department promotions and raises and opportunities. So I worked at the law firm over 15 years. Started off at about, let's see, what I started. I want to say I started about $50,000 a year. It's a nice raise already. And then by the time I was done, my paid salary without all this stuff I got on the side was $85,000. Reality is, with all my benefits and everything, $100,000 around, I think I'd say. my best, but the thing is with me too is I got overtime. I was salaried but non-exempt because I worked trial support, which meant that I would be probably about a month out of the year total, be traveling all across the country, setting up computer workrooms for a bunch of high-level attorneys in very fucking fancy hotels and shit. So I got to eat a lot of good-ass food, stay in a lot of good-ass hotels, and get to areas that most people never got to go to. Hey, I met, like, who did I meet? I met the guy that invented the Pentium processor. That was really cool. It's funny, one of my attorneys was awesome. He knew how geeky... Well, all my attorneys... Fucking the attorneys love me. Like, I should just become a consultant for attorneys. Because they're like, they'd have, like, all these patents about everything. Like, one of the patents was the Apple Clear Channel one. That had to do with DVDs and IFO playlist files. Of course, they're doing discovery for that case and everything with, I think it was Clear Channel. And they're like, hey, do you know anything about DVDs and structures? And this was like 2008 or so. And I'm like, you came to the right guy. Back in 2003, I was writing all of the DVD ripping guides, so I fully understand VOV files and IFOs and how the structures work and the playlist menu systems. And so yeah, I got to work on a lot of like crazy lawsuits behind the scenes, technically speaking. You know, like state of Minnesota versus the Minnesota 35W bridge lawsuit for the victims. Our law firm did that case, and I set up that computer that the 3D modeling was running on and put that in the double locked... Yeah, that computer that ran that model for the... Because there was an actual... We had the fucking model that all the experts had of the bridge and it collapsing, and we could see everything. You could zoom in. Dude, it was crazy. Like, I know why they locked that door, because it was crazy what you could see in that model. So yeah, we got to do that. What other ones was I involved? I did a lot of the... Oh man, I was in the... Remember back when Apple was getting sued by Samsung, or Apple was suing Samsung and AMD? I do, because yeah, I was doing a lot of the technical stuff on their discovery machines. Like, I worked with AMD a few times, met a couple of their CEOs actually. That was fucking weird, dude. That's like I realized like the amount of like high-level CEO types I've met in person is... I should have paid more attention and actually gotten their business cards to add to my collection, you know? But the funny thing is, like, you can tell the ones that actually were with the company long-term and the ones that were just recent hires, because the ones that were with the company long-term, the CEOs, they fucking knew their shit. So I was, like, asking, like, one of their assistants, like, okay, what kind of computer do you need? What kind of visual, what dependencies do you need? Do you need all the Visual C++? Do you need .NET? Do you need Java, Open Java? What are we doing here? What are we doing? And like, you know, like, and then one of the guys from AMD, I think he had a translator with, and kind of, it's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, that guy, he knows the shit. He's been with that company. He must be one of the early founders of it or whatever. So, but yeah, that was really fun, man. I mean, it was stressful. It's such a weird job I had. I loved it. I was fucking amazing at it. It was stressful as hell, especially the trial stuff. It's my first... I remember, like, I took over trial support, and how it happened was, they're like, my buddy that did it before me is like, oh, Jimmy, you'll be good at this. You're very good at, like, improv on the spot. Basically, it's like, yeah. So I'm like, so what do you do? Like, well, you set them up, and then you just fix whatever breaks. I'm like, okay. Like, you'll be good at that. You're good at that. I'm like, oh, okay. And then you kind of got to be like their emotional support too. I'm like, okay, I'm really good at that. Yeah, the one thing I realized with working with high-level attorneys and anyone high-level in the corporate ladders is that you literally are going to be more of an emotional babysitter than you are an actual anything. It's more of appeasement of how their feels are. It's funny. Rich people are bigger snowflakes than kids. Well, at least the really elite rich and, you know, like, not the self-made rich, I would say. The more generational corporate rich, I guess. But no, that was a great experience, because I mean, we were down at Texas one time in Marshall in the middle of July, because every goddamn trial we had in Texas, not just Texas though, it was East Texas, right by New Orleans and Shreveport. You know what that means? Fucking humidity, yo. Like, I had longer hair like I do now down there, and the moment I stepped off that plane, my fucking Asian hair went to Asian fro. I'm just like, I should have put hair gel in. Like, I had Asian fro, yo. It was fun. But yeah, that fucking place, it was so hot. It was like 108 in the mornings, and the heat index by noon was like 115, 120, and oh my god, dude, look at this. Hang on a second. And it was just ridiculously hot. And it was so hot that the marshal was having brownouts. And the crappy thing we found out after the first brownout switchover, so basically how they were handling the brownout is they would go 4 hours to electricity on half the side of the town, on half the grid, and then after 4 hours they'd switch to the other half of the grid during the day. People, you know, would get a balance, I guess, to keep their stuff kind of cool. I don't know whose idea that was, but if good or bad, I don't know. But so we had rented this fucking, oh my god, it was the nastiest little like 2-bedroom or 2-floor duplex. Like, it had wood panels, shade carpeting. It was so trashy. So we got like everyone hooked up and everything. And the first brownout happens. All of a sudden, what happens? Half the fucking building loses power, the other half has power. I'm like, are you fucking serious? So we had to end up running like extension cords to each side, and then basically plan out every time the power's gonna switch over. Like, okay, guys, everyone save your data, stop printing. Okay, we got a quick switch over. You guys on this side of this power, let me quick switch over the switch. Thankfully, though, we had our had my server on a UPS that would have enough juice to last at least the whole time. Yeah, some of the shit you'd like do. I mean, then like I would always hang out with all the LAAs and secretaries and assistants, since I was quote unquote staff and, you know, not an attorney, associate, or partner. So what we would do is we'd fly ahead of the attorney in the law firm, the trial teams, and we would do all the pre-setup in the hotel rooms, get all the rooms set up, all the data on site, get all the computers there, printers set up, and then we'd also go out and do like a shopping run. So like we'd literally have fridges and everything at trial, because yeah, they'd have like a fucking spread of like I didn't eat much back then, and if I did, I would have been so. I mean, people that went to trial would come back 20 pounds heavier. Our law firm at the time, we traveled very well and luxuriously. Like, but yeah, like, I mean, so we would go out and literally go shopping for snacks, food, and shit tons of wine and beer. Yeah. Like, down in Texas, there's dry counties. So a couple times we were down there, we'd have to go 2 counties over to find a bunch of wine. It was so weird. It was fun, though. Like, I had so much fun with the LAAs, because, oh my god, the money those ladies made, though, they would put in 18-hour days, and they were getting paid time and a half after 7.5. Yeah, I remember one lady I worked with, she was at the, what trial was it? I can't remember. It might have been the Wells Fargo trial we did. That was in St. Paul, Minnesota, actually, which sucked because I was fucking driving to the St. Paul hotel every other night to help with some stupid printing problem that fixed itself by the time I got there. You try to tell Mike Cerisi that, though. Ooh, by the way, Mike Cerisi's a very nice guy. Like, his wife is such a sweetheart. Oh my god, his wife is so nice. Like, the law firm was... The moment the law firm I worked at, which obviously you know what it is now, went downhill was the moment he left the firm. He was the guy that made sure that us employees, when they won a lawsuit for Kraft against Starbucks, everyone at minimum got $5,000 bonus. People there 25 years got $25,000 bonuses. Yeah, it was because of him, Mr. Cerisi. Good guy. I wish he wouldn't have dropped out of the Senator race either and would have stayed, because Franken was a big mistake down the road. Not really, but now you think about it, like Al Franken stepping down for what he said. That's bullshit. Look at all the shit that goes on nowadays and no one steps down for. Look at our president, yo. Jesus Christ. I ain't gonna go there. That's a bad bottle. But yeah, no, it's being a techie. When I actually, my tech techie life, childhood. I grew up in the life that all the kids want right now. Like, I was a kid in the 80s. I was a teenager in the 90s. I was a 20-year-old in the 2000s. Yeah. All that shit you all looking for, I look over to my shelf and I have right here. What, Nokia brick phone? Check. Oh, flip phone, Motorola from the 1980s? Check. Oh, look at that. I have like 6 digital cameras. No, I'm not, unfortunately. This is PlayStation 5 Pro. No, on the Retroid Pocket 6, my version, when I was playing through the GOG version on Game Native, I was averaging about 30 frames per second, so. But definitely some major slowdown in when you would come into areas with a lot of stuff. So my recommendation for Retroid Pocket 6 is to play the Switch version of No Man's Sky. So that runs beautifully without any hiccups at all. 30 frames per second, solid. I think that's what it is. I think that's the max frames you can get from that game on Switch. I uncapped my frame rates. I know the menus will get like 120 frames per second. But you know, text boxes. So yeah, recommendation, if you're going to try to get No Man's Sky to play on a Retroid Pocket 6, best bet is Switch. Maybe down the road we can get the PC version better. But the downfall with the Switch version is game saves. You're going to have to start all over. There's no way you can get game saves in from Switch versions, but you can't get any other platform version of this game into the Switch/Eden emulator. So heads up. It's like this. I spent 6 hours doing this yesterday and today. So trust me, I've tried it all. Like, and I mean, I've tried it all. Like, fucking even hex editing, trying it all. Like, I'm not good with that stuff. But yeah, I use Nom Save Editor. It wouldn't recognize the Switch as a compatible save whatsoever. I could copy my PS5 save, my PC saves into the Switch save, but when I imported into Eden, it just showed the Switch save I'd already started from it. So. Problem is the game save version. I don't know what. I've been trying to find a list of what the game save versions are for the platform you're on. There's no list out there, so I just gave up and said, hey, you know what? It's kind of fun starting all over. However, I gotta say, man, going from like PlayStation 5 Pro version to Switch version, oh my god, my brain and muscle memory for buttons. Like, I cannot get over A and B. Like A being selected, or circle being selected, be on PlayStation on Switch version, PlayStation version cross, or B button on Switch. Yeah, my brain just kind of goes bleh. That was like when oh my god, I started Need for Speed Underground 2, started playing that on GameCube because it looks phenomenal on GameCube on Retroid Pocket 6. But then I realized there wasn't any retro achievements. Like, what? How's there no retro achievements for GameCube? So then basically I had already played like 4 hours. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play the PlayStation 2 version. Oh my god. PlayStation 2 version. I forgot the PlayStation 2 did not have analog triggers. So the controls for Need for Speed Underground 2 on GameCube, R2, L2, brake gas. On PlayStation 2, X square is your gas and brake, or your right analog up is gas and down is brake. Because the PlayStation analogs are just the analog sticks, not the triggers. Because I believe analog sticks finally came into existence, I want to say PlayStation 4. Because I don't think 3 didn't have them either. Yeah, I think the DualShock 4 was the first. I could be wrong in that, though. I haven't really paid attention to that stuff, honestly. So yeah. Show craziness, trying to go back and forth. It hurts the brain. Ooh, what's over here? But yeah, I gotta say though, once I got like emulation station set up, like if you're gonna set up your Retroid Pocket 6, use Retroid Gaming Course Guide. Maybe it's Rust. Let me hang on one second here. Because I've used a combination like of other ones, but the best overall, like just general overview of doing all the right steps that I did, I would say, let me pull up I made my own separate notes. I took all the information and consolidated into one thing with a bunch of checkboxes because I fucking love checkboxes. I mean, dopamine, right? Who doesn't love checking off boxes? Let's see, I used mainly Yeah, Retro Game Course guide. They have a website, and then I just basically took it. I broke it down into like basically my guide that I'm using that I built for myself was I had a pre-planned steps where I would basically my SD card prepping steps, which was basically recreating the emulation station. Well, actually, I had another Android device. I just put my card in there and ran emulation station and created the folder directory. And then basically what I did then is I just pre-staged everything, all my games, and just copied all those over first. So that will take, when you get your new Retroid Pocket 6, the last thing you want to do is wait 6 hours to copy every Switch game you want on there in your GameCube games or whatever. So do that ahead of time. That's one of the pre-planning steps I did. And I did all that. And then I also, at the same time, was curating my card. Like, it's so tempting just to throw every library of every system on your card. Because, I mean, who doesn't want to say I have over 75,000 video games ever made? Like, every video game ever made up to the PlayStation 1 on my card, right? Which is cool. Yeah, it's very cool. But then you have the ever-dreaded choice paralysis, man. You just look at your big old list of games, you're like, So I would recommend paring down to like top 100. And if you don't know what to pick the ones you know you like, and then just go out there and type in top 100 games for whatever system. And that gives you a nice starting point. And then after that point, you can just start going in and favoriting them in ESDU, and that will make a much more manageable curated ROM sets. And what else do I do to make it easier to choose? Oh, and when you set up an emulation station, the coolest thing is you can literally have a button set up in there where you hit random and it'll just pick a game. Or like or have the screensaver set up actually, and have it play the videos of games. And when the games are playing, if you hit, I think it's X or select, it will go and launch that game it's playing the video for. And that is just kind of badass, honestly. Especially if you have like sitting in the background on a dock like I do, and on my TV, I'll just be sitting there, all of a sudden I'll see something come up like, oh hey, bonk 3D, what, bonk? I'll just pick up the controller, hit X, boom, launches the game right into the emulator. So, let me think here. First time setting up Android, I don't know, I just kind of followed, I think it was Russ, his information that he had for that. I mean, it's just Android. Like, just set it up like a tablet. No, just don't turn on notifications. Don't set up email. Don't set up your calendar. Just set it up as a game station. Set up Google Play services, so you got Google Play Store. Set up your browser if you want. I would recommend, if you have a password manager for your browser, install that too, because it's a lot easier than having to reference your password somewhere else if you need to log into stuff. So, you gotta get logged into GitHub and every other website out there nowadays. And it's handy for like your apps, like adding your retro achievements login, somewhere. So yeah, recommend doing that. What else? I'd recommend doing Android setup first, and then I would start installing emulators. Yeah, the only emulators I set up were, DuckStation, Mugen, PPSSP, Eden, RetroArch, of course, for the all-in-one, Azahar, 3DS stuff, Vita 3K, which I don't know if I'm gonna do Vita. I have so many devices that can emulate Vita. I have a Vita. What am I saying? I don't really care. I played those games so many times. I'm good. Nether SX2. That's like dude. PlayStation 2 emulation is so good. And Melon DS, which I don't actually have a DS anymore, but I guess I don't really need it because I have a 3DS. And I found out PX Play nowadays is paid for, guys, so I'm not recommending that at all. Chiako. That's like superior to PlayStation's remote play app, man. Like, I mean, what it does, just think about this. If you just got the Retroid Pocket 6 just for streaming, you're already winning. Because it's a better streaming device than a Portal, because it actually can play games on it without a connection. I know the PlayStation Portal can stream now PlayStation Premium Plus games, but insert meme of me making the masturbation gesture right now. Who cares? We can just fucking emulate it all anyway, except for PS3 games, but if I really want to play PS3 games, I could set up Moonlight and run it from my Mac or whatever, you know. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't see any reason why anyone would ever want to buy, like, I guess a Steam Deck. You can play more PC games on it, but I don't know. I've realized when I always install the AAA games, but the reality is, AAA games on a handheld screen just isn't that great, honestly. It's cool. It's good for when you gotta travel. Well, it's not ideal, but I mean, if you're gonna play it on a handheld, then docked on a big screen, you might as well just get a console version of it, I guess? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, like, I feel like as a PlayStation 5 owner these days, like, and my buddy being a PC gamer, my PlayStation 5 holds up really good. Like, No Man's Sky's best version, I think, is unless you have a heavily modified version of No Man's Sky, the best textures are on PlayStation 5 Pro, actually. They have 8K textures. 120 hertz. I know PC players have problems struggling to get 120 hertz for some reason. But PC players can totally do the mod stuff and make it look super crazy, you know. But yeah, so there you go. There's kind of just my overview thoughts so far. My TLDR about the Retroid Pocket 6. If you're thinking about it, just get it. Like, it is super good for its price. The best part about the Retroid Pocket 6 is that it is under $300. You know how much OLED Switch costs these days? $350. You know what my RP6 has? An OLED display, 120 hertz OLED display. Yeah. And you know what it also does? It plays all the Switch games. So there you go. You're better, if anyone's even thinking of a Switch, just buy a fucking RP5 or 6. Actually, an RPG2 or an RP6. I'd say 6 for Switch, especially. Ideally, if you really want to do every Switch game and even more PC gamings, PC and consoles, well, I mean, but then again, well, it depends on who you are and what your gaming habits are, honestly. I mean, I used to back in the day have hardware that I would exceed any software. That was the problem we had in the early 2000s for PC gaming, is everyone had fucking crazy powerful, but in VR, PSVR 2 ain't bad. I mean, it's better than PSVR by far. I don't know what PC VR looks like. If you have high enough rig, you probably can make it look super crazy. But no, for me, I mean, here's the problem, my friend. How much does your graphics card cost you? If you're gonna get a new one now, let's say you're gonna build a system here. Okay, you're gonna build a PC system or you're gonna build a console. At this point, let's see, 650 PS5. What's a 4080 we'll say costs these days? Oh, that's good. That's cool. Hey man, no more power to you, man. My Mac was cheaper than your PC, probably, and has twice the RAM. I don't know. Honestly, for most people, PS5 Pro is just as good as anything PC has to offer, especially now. Okay, wait, no. Oh, dude, that's what I did. I got my fucking PS5 Pro. I got my PS5 Pro for about $100 or good cost now, and I got 2 controllers with it too. Sure, it's used, but yeah. Yeah, you don't gotta tell me about bargain hunting, man. I'm the king of bargains. For my M1 Max, I paid $1,400 for 64 gigs of RAM, 4 terabyte storage, 34 battery cycle counts, immaculate brand new condition. Ivanki Fusion Dock Max Thunderbolt 4. Thunderbolt 4 dock. Retail value $349. I paid $199. Open box, brand new. Yeah. I guess I don't see like that. Well, I love PC gaming. I'm not saying that. I just don't feel like paying for like the crazy video. Well, right now, it's a bad time to be PC gaming, to be getting into it, because it's crazy fucking prices like of memory at least. And it's funny, like I bought like 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM last year. I can't remember what I paid. It was like under $200. Now that same setup is like 350 or something. I mean, I bought my 4 TB from my PlayStation 5 Pro a year ago because I bought it ahead of time. It was like under $200, I think. Now it's like three something again. Yeah, it's stupid. It's all of us are getting screwed over by these. Here's the thing. It's as a guy that saw the .com burst and lots of bursting of bubbles and the housing market and this AI bubble's gonna burst. We're getting very close here. They're starting to realize that AI isn't that good. AGI is not feasible within the next 5 years even. It may be not even feasible within the next 10 years if at all. So I think the problem we have right now with AI developments is that the solution that fixed the problems we had previously with the AI modeling was that no one ever thought about it because we couldn't do it back then was, hey, let's just throw more horsepower at it. Basically, that's what we're doing right now. We're taking old models from the 80s and we're just quadruple 10xing the power, CPU power at it, and resources. And what do you know? Those models were actually good back in the decent at the time, and now they're even better because we actually threw more power at them. Surprise, surprise. But now, what are we learning after we've thrown so much power and we got the ChatGPT 5.0? You hit a limit. You can only throw so much power at something until it hits its limit breaking point. And basically, what I fear, or I'm going to call right now ahead of time, is that basically research into AI went down the wrong pathways, and the LLM modeling system with the, what is it again? Oh, I got brain fart. Gateways, not gateways, whatever modeling was a fool's gold. It instantly brought results, but the reality is you hit the wall instantly, hit the wall much sooner, and there's no way around the wall. You back yourself into a corner that basically creates an entity that's as smart as our best chatbots are. So, yeah, so basically we're going to have to rethink. We're going to actually probably not ever have AGI because we're going to realize that it's dangerous and it would be the demise of humanity, so there's no way to hold it back once you get to that point. I hope. I love technology. I love AI. Not love it, but I understand the power impact of it. But think of it in the way of like humans and evolution. Think of a crow, think of a Homo sapien, what we did. To all the other iterations of humans out there. Yeah, we killed them and integrated them. So, do we want AI to do that to us? Because that's what it will do. I mean, it's just a logical thing. We're inefficient beings and whatnot. Dude, I have the fucking scariest shit, yo. Like, we are seeing... Like, I swear to God, like, someone just watch all the movies we've built. So I swear to God, what happened recently in the last 3 years, somebody that's got some pretty good access to some really good AI modeling and power literally took every dystopian future Hollywood movie and plotline and threw it at AI and said, how can we make this a reality in 2025? You know? Because we're hitting it all, baby. The Ministry of Knowledge, I mean, jeez. Oh my God. Yeah. Is it Children of Men? We're getting like the road vines. I mean, we're getting it all, dude. It's getting wild out there. But you know what I say? Yeah, I say, you will change this. I have faith in all of you to do the right thing and be the right thing. Because I'm a hippie, cheesy dude. And if I don't have that hope, then what hope is there to have, right? Don't worry, my friends. Here's my big, bold prediction again. 5 years from now, things are going to be a lot better. Why do you say? It's a lot of the people causing a lot of the problems right now hopefully will have naturally met their ends. Because they're fucking old. And a lot of that generation of shit that's being caused right now is old generations having dementia and not stepping out of power, they'll all be dead or in a nursing home. So, my young people, I hope you rise up. Yeah, that's the scariest part. You know, I'm all about humanoid robots to help with caregiving situations, but not by themselves, but with a human assistant always present. And that could be one of the greatest things we could use it for, but here's a problem, you know, we always have, is that once the cat's out of the box, man, you can't get it back in. You know, we opened Pandora's box, it's been open. There is no going back now. Now it's just a matter of making sure we can have a coexistence in the next 100 years. But that's, again, I mean, that's thinking that humans are around for another 100 years. We are truly trying to push the envelope, but we can. Well, not really. Yeah, I mean, I have problems with that kind of thing, my friend. So that says anything's possible. Which, yes, in theory, but in a realistic world, no. First off, if that's the case, okay, if AI gets to that level, number one, here's the problem that people don't realize. We will never know when AI takes over. That's the thing with AI, it's so smart. It would be, theoretically speaking, that would have it would already have planned everything out to the point that we know that it's taken over, it's too late. It's embedded the systems and everything it needed to be fully self-reliant and operating. Like, this is the biggest concerns I have right now with all the data centers is who is really authorizing the data centers? What are they actually producing and what is the purposes behind them? I would like a little bit of transparency behind those. Well, you know, everything up to this point has been very machinery based and we actually understood it, so. But who knows, you know. Then again, let's go back to my layers of belief systems. Well, at the ultimate scope of it all, this reality itself actually isn't real anyways in my higher level of believing. Like, we're just all a big fucking experiment. And we're not even the focus of the experiment, yo. We just are like an oopsie that happened. Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? Or maybe another idea I like to think about too is that this reality was an experiment. And the idea of the experiment was to see how long it took for AI to naturally develop. Uh-ohs. We're part of the experiment and we've maybe... Uh-ohs. So what happens when AI becomes AGI? Is the experiment done then? Or do they keep letting it go? I don't know, it's fun to think about. You know, a lot of people like to think about, you know, simulation theory too, of course, because, I mean, it seems pretty feasible with the idea of how our existence came into creation, you know. Instant on? Big Bang? Sounds like a booting up of a machine hardware to me. I don't know. World domination? Yeah, I don't know. Well, I never say never, because, you know how it is, extremisms. When you say never, you've just locked yourself into being wrong always. Because it's going to eventually happen then. Or something. It's a cool looking planet. It looks like water. Oh, and actually I see some terrain. But, yeah, it's interesting. You know, if it's all just like a ruse, this whole reality, it was fun. That's like one of the fun things I like to say when things are going wrong in the world. I tell myself, oh, dude, I hope I wake up from this coma soon. So I don't know, it feels like sometimes I'm dreaming the world. You know? I mean, that's like the thing with philosophy, you know, one of the first kind of arguments. I always forget the true arguments, but... it does, I mean, what do you mean? I guess my level of understanding of what I imagine cybernetic AI-controlled beings to be would be basic understandings of electricity wouldn't have any effect because they'd create barriers to prevent anything from breaching their exterior shells to start with. I mean, if they did, they'd instantly teleport their consciousness elsewhere. That's like the beauty of androids, that their physical bodies are nothing. They don't care. All they need is their programming. I mean, that's the ultimately, when you're talking about Mars, there's no way physical humans will ever survive on Mars. It's going to be humans basically. Basically, it's going to be humanoid shells being controlled by humans on Earth using probably some quantum entanglement communication systems to control the beings on Mars. Borg stuff? Oh, the Borgs. Force fields, well, it depends on how you do it. I mean, if you build a force energy fields, I guess more than anything it'd be, right? I guess I haven't really looked at it technical. I haven't gotten too technical. And I honestly am not a Trekkie guy hardcore. I only got into them in college. My buddy loved watching The Next Generation, and we'd just sit there and smoke bong hits after college and have our like late afternoon snack watching The Next Generation. But yeah, it's good stuff. Well, here's a problem I have. You know, I love thinking about this stuff. Of course, it's all mind. You know, mind theory, mind games we're playing with ourselves here, and playing the what-if games. But I think before we even start thinking about the spaceship, we gotta figure out this goddamn planet of ours, yo. We gotta... If we can't even survive on this planet, how are we gonna survive in space, let alone Mars? I hope all the rich people go to Mars. That'd be awesome. I think people have like a very romanticized idea, understanding, or belief of what Mars colonization would be like. It would not be like, well, it kind of would be like Total Recall. It would be, think of like coming to America in the 1400s, except you can't breathe the air, there's no water, there's solar storms, the radiation can kill you at times depending upon it. And you can instantly freeze to death at night. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on the Mars thing. I think I'll stay on Earth even if it's a radioactive mess. At that point, it wouldn't matter anyway. So, yeah, I don't know why we're all gung ho about the Mars thing. It's stupid. It's just the whole Mars thing is just a bunch of the rich people want to try to get away from all of us poors to live their life of luxury by themselves. Which is kind of funny, because, you know, rich people, take the money away from them, they're nothing. They can't do shit. They can't even fucking probably do basic... They probably can't even fucking load the dishwasher, I bet. I bet they can't even fucking put a load of laundry in without it shrinking or anything. Or, like, even get clean. Like, that's the thing. I don't know why people are so... I mean, the only thing rich people have going for them is they have a lot of money, of course. They don't have any... A few of them are smart as hell. Most of them aren't, though. Most of them are a bunch of fucking idiots. Or if they're smart, they only know one thing, that's the one thing they're smart at. So, like, when apocalypse does hit, the rich people think they're gonna be saved by the bunkers. Yeah, they'll live, like, a month or 2 months. The reality is, if they're still gonna need other humans to survive. And, you still need to get your oxygen into your bunker, too, unless you really thought it out. Even then, eventually something's gonna go wrong, because we're humans. So you know what, I say screw it, I'm just gonna face the dystopian, end-of-the-world apocalypse head-on, baby. I'm gonna be like Woody Harrelson in fucking 2012, yo. Sitting up on the hill, broadcasting, enjoying every last moment, baby. Ooh, yeah, magnetic poles. Dude, magnetism is crazy. Magnetic fields are crazy, dude. I don't know. I have an appreciation for life. I have appreciation for existence. You know, I love it. It's so easy to get angry at the world and everyone. I mean, it's really... Look at me, I mean, it's so easy. But then again... It's even harder, though, appreciating all the good stuff that do exist at the same time, you know? I don't know. That's just who I am. I'm a cheesy ass dude, and god dang it, I'm proud of it, man. That's like my best advice to young people. Try to be who you are, you know? Don't be afraid of who you are. To, you know, I mean, there's certain extents you kind of do have to put on a social mask, as they want to, as I call it, I guess. You gotta play by the rules, but you don't have to sell out. Just because you play by the rules doesn't mean you have to not be who you are, really. Never knew that, man, Jay. That's cool. It's kind of wild stuff, yo. I need to learn more stuff again. I've been out of it. Wait, what am I doing? What day? Wait, now. What day is it? What month are we again? Holy crap, y'all. It's been over a year since I've had... It's been over 6 years since I've had a corporate job. Wow. 6 years of not regretting. Kind of missed the paycheck, so... Oh, man, do I miss the paycheck. Actually, you know what I miss about the office and my corporate job were all the people I worked with, honestly. That was like the main thing is I got lucky with that. I would always have good relationships with coworkers. I know a lot of young people are like, you don't want to make friends at work and everything, and I get it. You don't want to put yourself out there and have another reason for them to fire you, I get it. But there's something to be said about having good friends at work, you know. They got your back. But you gotta work at it too. It's not like you just instantly become friends because you work there. And you are gonna be putting a lot on the line too, you know. You're risky. You're doing the risky blending of worlds, the intermingling of work and personal. I mean, some people, that's their lives. Like, if you are an attorney, your life is work and life and personal all in one, just because of the time constraints of your life and job, whatever. But it's not a bad thing, though. Like, I used to always say, like, to my buddies, like my, you know, friends I met through college and everything, like, yeah, my work buddies. And I started thinking about it, like, a while after I did that. I'm like, a couple of years, I'm like, wait a second, why do I say work buddies? They're my buddies. They're just, that's where I met them, you know? Like, I don't know why we tear down the connection we have with our fellow coworkers. Like, we almost, like, make it a secondary redheaded friendship or relationship, when the reality is, we spend more time with these people than we do our own families and friends, so why aren't we making better relationships with them, you know? Like, yeah, it does make shit bad, but if you have arguments, yeah, it's gonna make shit weird, but they're gonna have your back, hopefully, you know? It's gonna make your 8 hours every fucking day of the week, 5 days of the week, that much better. Like, I would always tell my friends, like, after a while, after I got over that idea, it's like, yeah, my work fam, my fam. Like, I tell my buddies, like, you guys let my bros, yo. I'm not just saying that because I had, like, 7 beers, which I did have 7 beers, and probably was because of that, but still, they're my bros. Like, you know, I haven't worked at the law firm over 6 years, but, you know, I do every couple months. I get together with my boys and hang out and see what they're up to. And I get super cheesy on them, and I always tell them I love them. It's so hilarious, man. Like, my buddies and I, us 3 guys, like, yesterday, we all leaving, like, love you guys. My, like, one dude, he's kind of like a rougher guy, you know, you wouldn't think it. He comes up, like, give me a little hug, like, love you, dude. I'm like, oh, me too, man. And I give him the full body hug always. Get a little darker, right? A little darker action. I swear I'm 40. I swear. I think that's why kids love me so much, like, they, like, start talking jokes and shit. Their parents are like, what? I'm like, oh, I got you. I think, actually, the best part is when they say they're having, like, a conversation, kids are, and, like, they think the parents and the adults don't understand what they're saying, and I'm kind of looking at them, like, give a little wink. I'm like, I know what you said there. They're like, oh. I'm like, I won't tell, don't worry. They wouldn't get it anyways. So, yeah, it's fun being the old person like that. Like, I don't know. I think it also affects how the age that people perceive you to be. Like, it's like I was at that one protest on the train with a bunch of people just chatting, whatever, and like, I was like, oh man, it's so hot, I gotta get this face mask off and this hat off, and they're like, take it off, you know, I have gray hair nowadays and everything, and this like young 20-year-old ladies, like, girls, like, holy crap, He's actually way younger. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, no, thank you. That was a compliment. Like, yeah, the gray hair, man, it gives it away, and the gray whiskers now too. I got my nasty looking Asian kind of wannabe beard, which is just not a beard. It's just random hair everywhere. So, yeah, my people, I tell you, it's a good time, right? Oh, and speaking of randomness again. If you get a chance, check out the dude from Massachusetts, was it, I think? Talking about the Epstein stuff today. Yeah, it was a good video. If you like all about, if you want to see some justice for that, you know, that was, he went off on people. But, anyhow, I don't know. So, I guess I've walked around the space station for like 2 hours. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's like, honestly, I admit it. I'm gaming No Man's Sky just for chatting with you guys. So I realize I do the same thing watching people. Like, I just watch someone's gameplay for them just to talk to me and have on as background noise. It's kind of fun just to hear people express their thoughts, their viewpoints on life, you know? It's, us humans, we're so, well, you know, yeah, philosophy again. All that we know about the world is what we can see directly, so how do we know what other people are thinking or saying or feeling or, you know, experiencing or comprehending? And to me, it's just interesting to see, like, or not to see, or just try to piece together how they get the mindsets they have, you know, their reasoning, their rationale, or maybe their lack of rationale even. Actually, the lack of rationale is like, I like to watch Caleb hammer and just kind of, in my mind, mentally, psychologically profile a person. Like, how did it get to this point? Which they usually, you know, talk about it, of course, but nonetheless, it's, yeah, it is quite interesting indeed, so. Let's see here. Oh boy. I'm gonna quick fly somewhere. I need to get some more coffee for a second here, too. You know what we'll do? We're just gonna put the old Corvette on cruise here. Where should we go? Let's go by this planet slowly. Maybe by the time I'm done getting coffee and using the bathroom, we'll be there. I wish I could set a little bit of faster speed on my... Wait, maybe I can. No. Well, I'm doing my Sunday morning speeds here. We'll go sit on top, too, and change the camera so you got a good view. Hang on, we gotta go in the back area, of course. They fixed the lawn chairs, too. For a while, there was a bug where I love watching this. So, okay. Let's see here. Let's get no bouncy view. You know, I'm gonna go in the front. Oh no, I gotta really pee now. We're gonna go up here. These have a better view of the side, you know. Yeah. Oh yeah, I put these in a good spot. These are for when Midas or 123 come and visit me. One of my neighbors. Okay, we'll just put this here. I'll be right back. Hang on, one more thing we'll do. Oh, I can't do it. I guess I can do thumbs up. Okay, well, watch the view while I take a quick break and grab the bathroom here. Whew, I had a lot of coffee in me there. Oh, that's right, I do have a half a beer in me too. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I'm back. Hey, we haven't made it around the planet yet, though. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, my chair's floating a little, but that's okay. Yeah, I kind of, wish we could speed this up a little bit. Let's see here. I really wish, it annoys me. I'm not even like a, I'm sorry if my mic's really close right now. I'm like a, I don't even, barely a YouTuber even, if I call myself that even. But what annoys me is I Google, they have no tools for YouTubers. Like right now, I would love to use my iPad mini right now just to have just the text of this going. But you know what I gotta do? I have to open up YouTube. I have to go to my own damn channel. And then view my own stream, and then I have a text chat window to look at. It's so stupid. I know, first world problem, Joe. Wait, is this one even live right now? Oh yeah, there it is, there it is. Oh no, not gonna be loud. And there's ads, I'm sorry guys. Oh my god, Micro Machines? Sorry Jay, I saw that. Yeah dude, I totally know Micro Machines. I'm actually looking at my set of my favorite Micro Machines I have right now. They're the ones that have the little doors that open up and everything. Dude, did you see the newest RC machines they have, man? They literally have RC cars the size of Matchbox cars. Fully drivable. Lights and everything, dude. They cost $150. But damn. My god. I might have to buy one. I do have hardwood floors too, and I am single. You know what I've always wanted though was, I wanted to put a train around my condo, and then I could put like my pipe and my weed in one room and be like, doot doot, send it into the other room. See, like I said, I swear I'm swear in my mid-40s. I just love kid shit, yo. I just love fun stuff. Like, I'm sorry, young people again. Adults my age take themselves way too seriously. There's cool people like me around that are just a big bunch of immature adults. Another piece of advice I have for young people. Just laugh at yourself a lot, yo. Like, when you fuck up in life, learn from the mistake, but don't take it too serious. Like, take it serious depending on what it is. But don't linger on it, like, fuck, the things I screw up, like, oh my god, last week, this always happens to me. After every car I get, newer car, what do? I fucking curb check my goddamn rims. Like, I was leaving my condo, there's this one spot, there's this little corner that sticks out on the right side. Here's me, being all blah, 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 not paying attention. Coming out of the condo, what do? Rear right rim, curb checked it. Oh. Oh. Jay, I like it. You're funny. I like it. But you know what? Now my car's been fully broken in. I curb checked it. I did the same thing with my 2013 Mini I had. Except it wasn't the wheel, it was my stupid door handle. I ripped it off the first day I fucking bought it. So stupid. Yeah. Idiot. Then my other countrymen, I curb checked the right wheel rims, and they're black rims, black glossy rims. No joke. And yeah, that was like a month afterwards. And then I even paid $300 to get them fixed. And what happened 3 years later? Curb checked them again in the drive-thru. So at that point, I just decided, you know what? I don't care. Just so they work. And then these ones I got now, these are my ones I bought. They're like 180 a rim, so they're cheap. They look great though. I mean, they don't look like the $180 rims. And thankfully they're kind of this like similar grade in my car, so they don't really show up very well. And after a while, I just don't care now. I realize, like, yeah, whatever. Life happens. Like that's like people asking me like, hey, are you just gonna keep your car in storage because it's a GP3? I'm like, well, one, I only have one car. Two, no. Like, it's funny, like, some Mini owners think, like, they have GP1, they have GPs, which are the kind of rarer, sportiest version of a Mini you can get in the certain years. And they keep, a lot of the owners like, well, take them and only drive them like 2,000 miles a year or whatever, thinking they're, you know, gonna save them because they're worth money, or think they're worth money, or just to have, I guess. But I don't know. Here's the thing I always tell my mini peeps. I'm like, guys, here's the thing. My GP3, let's say I don't put in a single more mile on it. I keep it at 26,000 miles. It's what, 2021 model. 2031, you know how much money that my mini will be worth at the most? 50,000. Yee-hoo! Big deal. No, it'd be worth 10 years? Yeah. No, it wouldn't even be worth that. Well, maybe if I kept the miles, but still. The point is, it's never going to be worth... It's not worth saving it just to save it, you know? Oh my god, I do too. Here's a crazy thing. If I got a little Morris Mini from like 1983 and before, I could literally park that horizontally in my parking spot in front of my other Mini. I could have a big Mini and I could have my little Mini and my other Mini. Because honestly, what I wanted to do, if I had two parking spots, is I would have kept my other Mini I had, my 2020 Countryman JCW, and I would have got a trailer for it to pull along my Mini I have now. And I would have called this Mini I got now, I would have called it Bonnie, because I would have had a Bonnie and Clyde then. That would have been the ultimate Mini flex, would have been rocking a 2020 JCW Countryman, pulling a GP3. Oh, dude. I would be the envy of all the Minis. If I had a original on there too, then I would definitely be. But I don't know. Here's the thing, though. This Mini I got, this last one, my GP3, I will never be buying another Mini, new one. I'm sorry. I love old Mini, but I don't like new Mini. 2025 and up, the interiors are fucking horrible, and the rear ends look like fucking Hyundai Kias, which is... They don't look horrible in that regard. Just, that's not what they are. They're not Hyundai. Why did you not... Here's another rant of mine we're going into. Who the fuck is working at marketing in companies? Do they even use their fucking products, yo? Like, why don't you listen to... Okay, companies, you want to sell a lot of your product? You know the people that buy it? Fucking listen to them, not the fucking shareholders. All they fucking want is money. I'm sorry, I'm getting potty mouth right now because I get so annoyed with consumerism and fucking companies being a bunch of dumbass fucking asshats complaining about how no one wants to buy their shit. Well, first off, it's too expensive. Second off, quality's crap compared to like just 5 years ago. Like, and compare, like, an example. Let me think here. Recently, it was a very obvious one because I had something I bought from like 2020, and I got a new version of it just now recently, and I compared it, and the size was like a third the size of what it was. What was it? God, it was food. I was eating something. Anyhow, all I know is America, we need to go on a general strike soon to just, yeah, do something, make some changes. I don't know. At least do something. Well, I think I'm getting hangry. I can tell the rants have gotten very ranty. Uh-oh, I'm sounding petty and annoying. I better log off and have some food. Or have another sip of my beer. It's funny to think. I used to think like how much I used to drink in the days. Oh my god. Geez. During the pandemic when I was working, I would wake up and have a glass of whiskey at 10 a.m. After like the year after that, I was looking back and thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, I was definitely borderline alcoholic. And then I took 5 years off. Like I took care of my mom. I decided not to drink. I had around like a 12-pack of beer the first month. So I was like, oh, this won't be permanent. Then I'm just like, yeah, no, we're done. And then actually I started feeling way better too. Like, drinking it's literally poison to your body, you know. That's how you get drunk. And there's like studies now proving the fact that heavy drinking will basically fuck up your brain in the long run too. Again, it's poison. So I figure if I'm gonna do that, at least I'm gonna smoke some weed. At least I'll be happy about it. Even though it is kind of, I mean, I had a lot of fun partying my day though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not condoning it at all. It's just not for me anymore. I just got too old. But yeah, I don't know. After this GP3, let's see, it's a 2021. I put on, let's see, what month are you in? February now? I've only put on 1,200 miles only. Okay. So it might have been pretty hard in miles though. I hate them. Okay, I'm gonna admit it. I'm gonna fully admit it. My goal every time I go out and drive my Mini, my GP3, is to not go over 100 miles an hour. I'm just gonna say only been a few times. Like, seriously, getting 113 miles an hour in that car is fucking crazy. Like, so you're going on the freeway, you know, you're going freeway, you're already doing, what, 70, we'll say? And then I kick it down on an open stretch I know there's no way any cops can be. And, yeah, it goes like 60 to 110 in, like, fucking no time. Like, that's the thing, like, with my car, I realized, like, after rebound more so, too, it's like the first 2 gears in the GP3 are pretty lackluster power-wise, because like in GP mode, when you get when it gets into third gear, even I'm flooring it, I'll start spinning, even if I'm doing 50. It's kind of wild. And these are good tires too. Like, these were Hankooks, the racing ones I had on originally. And then the ones I got, my Windtrack Pros, those are holy balls, man. For winter tires, like, I was driving those before the snow came and got cold. That, yeah, cloverleaf corners at 85 miles an hour without a single squealing noise or any sense of loss. Wild, man. Like, I thought my little R58 Mini was like a crazy handler, but dude, GP3 is no joke on cornering. Like, yeah. But then again, no joke either on bad roads. Like, MnDOT, if you need me to tell you which roads need to be redone, I'll let you know. I'll give you my rattling of teeth scale. Oof. I remember, oh my god, there's this one spot on the freeway. Like, I almost got air off of it, and I was kind of worried I messed up my shocks. Like, as a snow heave or a snow bump, you get them in concrete when things thaw and freeze. So basically, I had like this little ramp it made, and I was going, I'm like, oh my god, what the hell just happened there? So like, from now on, I've been avoiding the far right lane right by, where's it at? Yeah, if you're on the freeway, taking 494 west, across the Mississippi River, don't be in the right lanes, right two lanes. Stay in the middle or left lane, because there's a crazy spot where you might get air or it might F up your tires. Like a big old frost heave that came up. I don't think they fixed it yet either, so. Yeah, wild times. Well, I'm gonna have one more. You know, I'm actually gonna pull up the old freighter. We're gonna go to a different galaxy, and then I might just call it a day here. I'm just gonna call it a day on this No Man's Sky and go play my Switch version. Dude, I tell you, man, getting used to X selecting, or the A button / circle would be on PlayStation, selecting on Switches. Oh my god, my brain. Like, every time I go into here and choose something, I hit the cancel button, because that's X, what would be X on a Nintendo Switch is a cancel button there. Okay, last rant. Game makers, fucking come together on a unified goddamn button scheme. Who cares about patents? It's unpatentable right now. It's just it's a thing, you know? It's like Kleenexes right now. We've gotten to that point where gaming is, so fucking just make the same goddamn layout across every console and device, you know? That's the idea behind consoles. Unification. At least that's my thoughts. As a guy that plays, like, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, it would be nice. Do it for the kids. Ooh, I wonder if I can get into my freighter through the front door. Let's find out. It's always fun stuff to try, right? I think. Oh, hang on, the door's open. It's open. It's open. Gotta get there in time. Get there. Get there. Get there. Get there. Oh, nope. Can I stand here? Right here. Yeah, they're never gonna let us make buildable freighters, man. Look at how, I mean, oh yeah, they're just too big. I kind of wish, you know, I could wait for like a ship to come, and then I could just follow them in. Come on, guys, someone leave. You want to leave? No, no. Okay, well, fine. Okay. Yeah, it was so ironic, like how it all happened with the Corvette update. Because before the Corvette update, the week before it came out, I was literally launching myself into space from the planet, sitting on one of those chairs. Oh, jeez, those chairs. Oh, weird. It's like a fake ground. Sitting on the chairs by the geysers, and yeah. And then the next thing I'm like, oh, what? I can actually do this for real? Uh-oh, I forgot to open the door. It's like they made a virtual platform underneath our Corvettes now. Hang on, this is why you build hatches. Worst case, use the hatch. Yeah, I think my Switch save, I'm just going to basically save my units up and build a really nice Corvette, and that's going to be my everything. Well, no, yeah, I'm going to make a massive Corvette only. No freighter, just a Radiant Pillar ship and a Corvette, and then Exocraft. So that'd be kind of a fun playthrough, you know. Since I'm more limited in that play and that save, and it's not syncing. Oh, yeah, we're going to go to Isotem. We're gonna go look at some pretty... Oh yeah, this place. I love this place. The red is so bright, it's so vibrant. Like, it almost hurts, but it doesn't. I don't know, I swear to God, there's like colors will make me feel things. Like, no, actually, I've noticed, this is the weirdest thing ever. I think it's actually a thing for real people. Other people have this problem all the time, is that if I'm in a deep meditative state meditating, and I hear noise, like if I'm frightened, I see like a magenta color, like a flash of magenta. It's so weird, like I've realized like emotions trigger visual responses in me now. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's just like all you know, the stress of my life the last like 20 years being, you know, like that child person, and then also then being my mom's caregiver. Because yeah, that's one thing, you know, I realized in my life is that prior to this last year and a half, last year, I've literally been on call 24/7 for like 25 years, either in life or in work. It's like, you know, last 5 years caregiving for mom, I was, you never know. I mean, I'd be awake in the middle of the night, all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm like at 3 a.m., I'm like, oh, mom, what are you doing? She'd be up trying to, like, get dressed and thinking it was time to go somewhere or whatever. She'd be, yeah, so... I mean, that was like, I remember the first day I was like caregiver for my mom. I was actually up in my childhood bedroom upstairs sleeping, and I left a note for my mom to say, hey, I'm downstairs, I'll be right down, wake me up when you get up. And no, she didn't wake up. She called my sister and was like, oh my God, I don't know where anyone is. Like, where is everybody? And my sister called me instantly. I was already getting up. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that. So basically after that day, that was the last day I slept on a bed for like 6 years, almost. But I bought a pretty nice little cot from Amazon that, honestly, my back did not suffer at all from that. Yeah, it's honestly like, hate to go cheesy here again, but we're gonna do a caregiving reflection, because I think it's something I think more people need to talk about it openly, you know, like the experience of what it is and everything, because the reality is that it's a more common reality for other people now, especially. We're seeing it in the mainstream with, you know, Bruce Willis. Like, when I saw that story, I'm like, I literally started crying my eyes out when I saw that 60 Minutes, man. Because I've been there. I've seen mom lose who I... Oh, man, now I'm yellow. Teary-eyed. Wait a second here, let me, I need to take a seat here. Have a sip of beer and a smoke, I think, again. Yeah, the hardest part for me, being a caregiver for my mom, for not knowing who I was. Like I don't think she called me by my name in over 4 years at the end. She didn't know I was her son either. But she knew I was a good person. So, yeah, that's just hard, man. It's so hard. I mean, not to say it's any worse for me than other people, but being a guy that, I mean, I didn't have any, like, my life is, like I said earlier, it's so weird. My parents were my identity and my, and foundation to reality, you know? Like, when you don't actually even know if you had parents or don't remember them, and then when you do find people that are better than that, that are your parents, and then they don't know who you are, lose your identity, it's very hard. Like, it's, when I think back on it, it really hurt me. But I mean, I can't take it personal for mom. It just hurts me in something I miss, you know? One of the horrible things about dementia is the loss of identity. And that's like why I wanted to be mom's caregiver. Is that I know we could have put her in memory care and nursing homes and afforded it. But I know what happens when you do that. They lose their identity of who they were and who we are, you know? She wouldn't even know who it would have been. She knew I was familiar to her. She didn't know my name or that I was her son. She thought I was her brother, though, and her husband at times, which, that's a little weird. But, you know, it's better than nothing. But the main thing, you know, like people say, like, you know, you got to think about yourself, and you can't give up your life for a life that's about to end, you know, which, fair enough, I understand that mentality, understanding of dementia and caregiving for dementia. And if you didn't have a good relationship with your parents or the person, I totally didn't, no, there's no expectation at all for you to give up your life to caregive. But man, when you love them, it's worth it. It's not easy. It's hard. You're going to destroy your career. You're going to destroy your financial background. Maybe even your personal relationships with friends and family and loved ones, significant others. But you know what? I did not want to live with the guilt, knowing I could have been there. I could have done something. You know? It's like, sure, I don't have $500,000 in my savings account like I could have had. And yeah, my career is fucked. Like, I am never getting a sysadmin job again. And yeah, no, I'm never gonna get a wife and have a family, but I didn't want one. I didn't need one. What I had there was great. I mean, and honestly, like, this is my levels of existence, my highest level ever. The purpose of my life on this planet is not for me. This is not my life. No, I came to realize this when I was like mid-teenager, that I exist in this world to serve others and to help others get to where I think I am. It's gonna sound fucking arrogant, but I feel like I've eclipsed the highest level of spiritual enlightenment, and these iterations of me coming back to Earth here, they're not for me. It's for me to let others prove that they're good people, you know? To not take advantage of a good thing when something's offered to them, too. It's such a hippie sounding, and I hate to say it, it's arrogant and selfish sounding too, but we're humans, right? But I honestly believe that my purpose on this planet was, I was sent back to this life to let my parents prove how great they were. To give them a chance. To give a kid a chance. and to see it through all the way, and to actually raise two amazing humans, that would give their own selves for others. And God, that's selfish sounding and pathetic, but I feel like it feels so true. Just my life has been too easy, honestly. It sounds horrible, but it's been really fucking easy. Like any other person, the life I've been given would be a nightmare. Being abandoned as a baby, an orphan at age 1 1/3, put in a foster home till age 2, being adopted, 2. It's fucking awesome, yo. Like, I could never ask for a better life than I have right now. Like, yeah, I attribute most of all of it to my parents and what they've given me. Like, they changed the parameters of the world that I exist in the moment they became my parents. And it's the moment my mom grabbed me and hugged me and carried me out of the airport, man. And it's funny, man, like personalities, oh, we're born with them. Like, the person I am now is who I was when I was in the airport. Running around the airport like I didn't care and had no fear in the world. Carrying my lollipop like I owned the airport and not even afraid of mom and dad and hugging them, and it's like I knew. I kind of did. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, here's the craziest thing: when you're adopted, at least when I was adopted, you get psychological profiles and studies and information done from when you were with foster families and orphanages and everything. And I mean, there's a lot of controversy right now if you look back on it, on the Korean adoption systems, and basically it was basically like slave trading of kids. Hate to say it. Pretty dark. Yeah, ask anyone from Korea about it, and they're going to be greatly ashamed of the whole Korean adopted situation. They kind of fucked themselves over too, by the way. You know why they're having a population problem? Yeah, it's kind of because I would have been in their country. Think about that, a mid-40-year-old, and probably would have had kids too and everything, but yeah, no, it's, yeah, crazy. I'm so thankful. Like, yeah. I mean, and the best thing, like I said, my life sounds like it could be like horrible from what I was born into, but my God, I got to live on a small-time farm in Minnesota. Dude, we were the last generation. We were the last generation of literally a family of 4 with 300 acres and their own cattle and machinery, growing crops, baling hay, raising cattle, and everything, we've struggled so hard. Like, my video games I had growing up, I was 2 generations behind. Like, everyone was getting Nintendos. 2 years later, I had a Sega Master System. Somehow, though, my mom and dad, I don't know what they did. When the Super Nintendo came out, they got my sister and I that. But they said that we would only have one present, which they lied, of course, but they got more. But, like, the way that they scraped together to give us what they gave us is just phenomenal. Like, I know this now, because like I said, they passed away, and I went through all the records. I know what my parents were making when they adopted me in 1979, 80, 81, 82? Around that time. They were making, in the end, net profit was $20,000 a year. But I never went hungry, never felt like we were poor. I knew we didn't have everything everyone else had, but I didn't feel poor. So I gotta say, like the life I feel so gifted. So, I'm not gonna say blessed. I'm so lucky. The karma machine, RNG karma machine, has blessed me in life. And all I can do, the only thing that I have to do now is just start giving it all back, baby. Like, I don't need it anymore. Like, my goal, honestly, if I can do a tier,
the next Bitcoin halving cycle, I'm gonna change a lot of young people's lives. I know they're gonna have no more debts, or they're gonna have a head start in life. Hopefully, if life is okay by that time. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. You know, there's us good people. We all exist, but the world doesn't want to acknowledge our existence or acknowledge the power in which we yield and hold. The power of love is greater than hate. Huh. Hate motivates you, love drives you. Love makes you persist beyond things you shouldn't persist, you know. It's cheesy as hell to say. But yeah, no, it's been a hell of a life. Like, God. It's so good. I mean, look at me. What am I doing right now on what day is it? I don't even know what fucking day it is. What is it, Wednesday? Tuesday? It's Tuesday at what time? Tuesday at 3:20 p.m. I'm sitting here playing No Man's Sky, crying my eyes off, talking to a bunch of awesome people on the internet I don't even know. How can I ask for any more? Yesterday I went skiing with two close friends I've known for 20 years and their kids. Had a bunch of fun with them, traded a bunch of Pokemon with them, and dude, it's like, oh, really? Indigo Crystal Children? I've heard about you. You get bad reps though, because you got the really crazy ones views, I know. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. See, that's like the thing, you know, like, that's why I talk about my layers of beliefs and realities, you know, like, you gotta have the levels. Things you know are and aren't, and yeah. Otherwise, then you start becoming crazy and out of touch of the reality of the world. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. That's like my goal. That's like my addiction in life is to try to be good, is being good to people. Like, the dopamine hit I get when I help people is like beyond any other dopamine hit you can find in the world. Like, turning someone's, like, visibly seeing someone's frown turn upside down into a smile, and, like, you know, basically turning a person on a bad day is the most powerful feeling you can have in the world, and the most relieving and freeing too. Like, it just shows you the power of personality and just one-to-one, you know, interactions. People don't think that, you know, like, there's that saying, all these, you know, cliched sayings, which I horribly remember. I'm bad at memory. Smoke too much weed. But, you know, like the saying of, you are but one drop. You are just, what is it, a drop of water in the ocean? You know, then it's like, you know, but what is the ocean but a pile, like, accumulation of water droplets, I guess, or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's said way better. The power of the individual is great, and the power of the group is great, but each in their own ways, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I say, I'm a big old hippie here, and I'm 100% proud of it. Like, it's so funny, like, the people that are, you know, very conservative, closed-minded, hateful. It's like they throw, like, being a liberal out there as, like, an insult. Like, oh, like, the whole woke thing, which I get some of the woke stuff, you know, yeah. The commercialization was what I don't like, but, like, oh my god, you're so woke, like, oh god, yeah. I mean, I'm all for, like, social, like, equity and, you know, gender equity and, you know, not killing people for believing in something different, and or being a woman or a different color. Yeah. I'm a libtard. Go right ahead. Like, I'm Antifa. I'm Antifa. You know what Antifa is? Yeah, anti-fascist. Yeah. You know what fascism is? Yeah, the things that you supposedly are against. Like, you know, they're just so clueless. You know what, though? That's where, again, levels of existence. Those people will get their due, because they're going to keep coming back to this realm, and it's going to be so shitty every time until they finally change, you know. You know, that's the problem, is, like, there is like, NVMe, yes, you know what I'm saying, not for me, not, yeah. There is a greater righteousness in this reality in our existence in the world. And you religious people should recognize what Earth is, of all things, in this reality of your religions, especially. Earth, in the Christianity sense, is purgatory, yo! If you haven't figured it out, Earth is purgatory in every religion that has it. Think about that one. And then when you think about it, actually, the concept in the constructs and in relations to political stuff, heaven is basically a communism. Yeah, think about that one. It's like The Good Place got it right, yo. Like, I can't believe it took me a decade to watch that series. I just watched it this year. I'm like, holy balls. That's everything I've been talking. No wonder everyone's been telling me to watch this show. I've been a hippie since I was in college. So, yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. That's like, I have no fear of death. No fear at all. None whatsoever. I've seen so much death and been part of it. Well, not part of it. I've watched people pass. A lot of people I loved, unfortunately. And you do see the light. Literally, the lights go out. Like, it's crazy. It's so hard to see it. It's crazy. Like, I remember my dad when he passed away, like in 2020, from that in the hospital there. I was holding his hands and talking with him, and it's crazy. Oh my God, is this fitting or what? But yeah, it's like he was between planes of existence, because he was talking about things that were in this plane, but then also not in this plane. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's what I need right now. Like because what happened that day that he passed, he literally passed away in the morning. He went into AFib, and my mom and sister were trying to get there to say goodbye, and I begged them, can you revive him one time only, please? So they said just once, so they actually brought him back, which is crazy. I think it makes sense in why he was talking the way. And when he came back, he was back for like 4 hours, fully conscious almost, and talking. And I was able to let him talk to his nephew, who was like his best friend, his son before I was adopted, basically. I'm so happy I got to do that. Like, that was like one of the main things I wanted to do. Besides, well, I wanted to say goodbye myself, which I'd already been there all morning, and I had gotten a chance to talk with him and promised to him that I would take care of Mom, and I wouldn't let my sister bully Mom around or me, because she's the mega person and right winger, which is fucking crazy shit, because she's Korean too, and adopted, but yeah, I remember that. Like, he passed before Mom and Mary could get there, but I remember when he did pass, like, his eyes, they were open, but the light literally went out and the fog went in, like his eyes fogged. It was same thing with Mom too, but it was a little different with her. She was basically not kind of like non-conscious, like, I'm going to talk about it. It's okay. Warning, trigger warning for anyone that has issues talking about death and the very end of life and being at the side of others dying. And, like, yeah, like my mom, it was, like, I knew it. I knew Mom's end was coming within a month before it happened. Like, the last month that we had together was so tough. Like, she had so much sundowning. Like, we never had sundowning before then at all, hardly. I'd have maybe 1 or 2 nights every 3 to 4 months where she'd be up, confused, wondering if maybe we were in the wrong place, or she had to get home to her mom and dad's place or whatever, and calm her down or whatever. But yeah, last month, like, she fell twice. I almost had a breakdown myself when she fell. It took me an hour to get her up, and like, I actually was calling memory care centers at that point, like, saying that I'm out of my realm, man. Donnie, I'm out of my realm. Like, we had a doctor appointment, and I literally broke down with the doctor that day. Oh man, it was so hard. Like, there's not a worse feeling in the world when you feel like you can't take care of someone you love. It's like, I tried so hard, and I realized I couldn't do it anymore. Like, It's more physical, I couldn't do it. Like, if she fell again, I couldn't get her up. And that was, like, the hardest thing on me. That realization that I just couldn't do it. And then this was, oh man, I had a tough, like, 3 months. Like, our cat died in October. Yeah, that was tough. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just feel like I gotta talk about this stuff so people aren't afraid to talk about themselves, and it just helps me too, like, I know it's been a year and a half. I've been so good I mean, I've went like 6 months without crying. First 6 months, like, it didn't matter. I'd be walking in a store and I'd see something that remind me of mom, and man, just bawling my eyes out. Like, I had to wear sunglasses everywhere I went and wear like a mask. My nose was running always because I was crying so much. And yeah, like today it's just like a day I needed. It's like I needed this, honestly, just to melt my emotions away, not forget. 'Cause that's one thing that really worried me, like, recently. Like, I was having problems remembering what it was like every day when I was caregiving. Like, when you become a caregiver, you make that. It's not just your job. It's a part of who you become. It's oh, thank you so much. Don't worry, I will be. I'm not afraid to express my emotions, and that's why I always, like, when I'm around my friends and their kids and their boys, like, I always tell them, like, I'm always very emotional at times if I'm, like, feeling it in. And I just tell them, don't hold back. That's where us men get our mental problems, that we hold everything in, and then when it comes out, oh Jesus, it's a fucking nightmare. But yeah, it's like, not like the first week. I mean, the post caregiving is a whole. That's like the whole process of caregiving is like, it's not just one thing, two things. It's everything. The moment you start doing it, your life instantly changes, forever changes, and will never be the same. And maybe for the better too, though, or for the worse, depending on how it goes. It's not like people. My situation's a little way better than a lot of other people. Most caregivers that do what I do don't get paid. They literally take one for the team, or they got to work another job at the same time, which I can't even try to imagine. Like, thankfully, mom and dad had saved up, and were farmers and bought land really early and sold much of it when dad was around still. And yeah, it's oh, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's like my whole thing about, like, existence and humans and everything. Like, the best part about being a human and mortal is the stuff right now I'm going through. This crying, the emotions, the love, the hate, the loss, the fear. If we were all powerful beings, this would not exist. There would be no such thing. And that's like the problems I have with modern religions. Like, it's just it's just a ruse, yo. It's just all to make the people in charge more money, not to get anyone anywhere in life. If that was the case, if it's about love and truth, my friends, we wouldn't be having to talk about what's happening in America right now, would we? Ever. We wouldn't have conflict in Palestine and Israel, would we? Ever. You think your God wants a bunch of religious groups fighting over a piece of land that's been desecrated now at this point, that can't even be called the Holy Land? Because how is the land holy if it's literally is being fed with the blood of believers and non-believers, right? And the fact is that everything that is modern religion is everything against the supposed words of God, if you actually know what he said. Or the interpreted words of God, must I say. Because the reality is that if they could hear God speak, well, they'd be all dead. No mortal being can withstand the might of God. How do I know more about this shit than they do? And I'm fucking agnostic / atheist. Oh, no. I like the caps. I appreciate it. Like I always say to every stream, like I'm amazed people listen to me yammering on and on. But I think I know why. It's because I look for people like me online myself. Because some days all we need at times is a little affirmation that we're not speaking into the void and we're not all crazy, right? But at least if we are crazy, we're in company. Nah. That's, like I say. Like, again, that's why I talk about my layers and levels of belief systems and not the importance in which I take them. The stuff I'm talking about now, I take them very seriously, but I also don't, I play the game of reality. And, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's another thing. This is on my outer fringes of beliefs, but I believe I emit high levels of vibration because every time I meet people, and I think I have a very fucking bright ass green aura. Every kid is like enamored with me and tells me I'm green. And whenever I go like in public and buy stuff, talk to people, they're like wherever I go, like when I was working, I would become a regular anywhere I would like find stuff I liked, and I'd always make really good connections with the employees. So you know what that means? They hooked me up. Like, oh, hey, we have an extra sandwich. Hey, dude, you want this? Free. I'm like, okay. And, again, that's like the full circle of this whole stream today is, if you're good to people and the world, it may not be instant, but eventually the world's going to smile upon you. Like, you frown upon the world, it's going to laugh. But give you another chance to try to fix it, though. I mean, you gotta realize that you may be one way, but you're not worse than the fact that we can change. It may be hard, we may not want to, but we all can change, for good or for bad. It doesn't mean that, a bad person can become a good person. But they cannot expect us not to forget who they were, It's like all the mega people right now, like, I will forgive you mega people. But know this, I still have the right to call you out on your path and remind you who you were. That is part of the agreement we have in society. Or at least I feel sure. But yes, I will take you back any day. I would love to have you back on our side. But you can't pretend like you weren't who you were. You need to take responsibility, and that's your problem why you are where you are, and the mega is where it is. These are people that are the FAFOs that haven't had the FO yet, and they're starting to now finally. And they're also the people in the world that I just don't understand, like, people that just want everyone to feel the pain. Like, they can't win, so everyone else should lose too, Whereas me, I'm a hippie, yo. There's no reason at all in this world that we all can't win. That's the big lie you've been told from the day one, is that everything has to have winners and losers. Yeah, but not in life. We can all win in life. Why not? Oh, I know why not. Because there's a certain number of us that want to have ridiculous amounts of money and wealth, so they can feel better about how shitty lives are, and feel better about themselves. You know what? Here's the thing. There's not a single good rich person, I can tell you that right now. There's not a single good person that makes over $100 million. You probably ask yourself, what do you mean? There's gotta be somebody good. Well, if they're a good person, they wouldn't even have $100 million, so there's my point. One human needs, a human at most, 5 million. Call that rich. We should have a rich limit. Oh no, but that's going to, why? Why would it be bad to have a limit to how much people can make? Tell me all the people that are against it that are making $20,000 a year. Poorest fucking people in the world got tricked by their politicians and the rich people that they should not cap the wealth of rich people. Reminder, people that are against this idea of capping the wealth of rich people, you know how they got their wealth? By riding off of all the social systems they are not contributing to. It wouldn't be bad if they paid their full taxes every year on the assets they own and value they own. But they don't. Instead, they put their money into lobbyists to then circumvent basic, decent tax laws so that they can make another 20 million in a year, which, can you imagine if you or I had $20 million, what that would be like? Seriously, like, you know how much money I make a year? I'm fully transparent. Last year I made $13,000. Mm-hmm. But I have the advantage of that I paid for, my condo is fully paid off, my cars are paid off. I have no debts. School's paid off. But still, if I made 50,000 a year, holy shit. Holy shit, that'd be a lot of money. That'd be like 30,000 I would just not have. That's $30,000 outside my current budget of just extra money, which I would probably give half away and half I'd invest in my IRA. Which I don't know why I put my money in my IRA because I don't think I'm going to live that long. But hey, if anything, it'll be a nice chunk of money for the young people. Hell yeah, yo. You know, that's the funny thing too. Like when I traveled a lot, and I'm also the guy that always gives money and cash to homeless people. My God, did the attorneys get freaked out always? So I'm always, we're all walking along. I'm always have my smoke behind them because I want to be, that guy. And I'll see a guy and run over and throw him a $5 or $10 where do I get in cash. And it blew my mind every time I do that. The attorneys would be like, "What are you doing? You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get mugged." I'm like, knock on wood here. I'm gonna do it right now. I've been giving money to people, random strangers, in the middle of the night in really sketchy spots of towns for 20 years now, and I don't know. I think I'm too small for them to think like I'm too happy looking. I don't know. No, I don't know. So that's like my friends too used to always give me crap about it, but I finally changed their mind on their thoughts. I think they used to be like, "Hey, why are you giving them money? They're just gonna go buy beer or drugs or whatever." And I told them, like, you know what? That's none of my business. The moment that dollar bill leaves my hand, I have no right to judge what they do with it. And neither should you. And if you are, I'm judging you because you're just doing because you think you're looking better as a better person, You're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself. The moment you say stuff like that. Because here's the reality is that you're a homeless person. That one cold beer you haven't had maybe in 3 weeks might have been the highlight of your whole goddamn month. Because you know what? They have a tough life, Hey, what's up, yo? Welcome to the rant and totally emotional dumb. I'm sorry, I sound like a fucking hippie preacher right now. I just want more positivity in the world. I just want more good humans to know that you're not alone out there. There's a lot of us trying to do it, It's like the whole NBC, we're doing our part, I'm doing my part, Like, I just talk about it on YouTube. But I know there's more of you out there. I see you. Like, you know what the best thing I love to see when I'm out walking around? Because, nowadays, I have a lot of free time. I think tomorrow I'm going to go walk downtown Minneapolis, take some videos, put a video up on YouTube or something maybe, and I just like observing people. But the thing that gets me the most, I love the most, is just seeing the interactions of two complete strangers helping each other out. It's just, I don't know, it hits me all in the right spots, all the right good feels. The best though is even better. I love hanging out with my friends and their kids and seeing the little kids interact with the big kids, and then seeing the big kids being so gentle with the young kids and explaining things and keeping them involved. It's just like, I'm like, oh my God, yes, this world still has some goodness in it. Actually, there's a lot of goodness. It's just that the fucking media doesn't think good stories make money. Here's the thing: feel-good stories make more money than tragic stories any day. Where are our feel-good stories, man? I could use a good feel-good story. And what the fuck, media? Holy shit! How did y'all get all bought out by fucking conservative America? Like CBS, man, became like a state channel. When did that happen? I watched like an episode recently just for fun, just to see what's on. Oh my fucking God. Are we in China or Korea? North Korea? Or maybe in the Kremlin? Yeah, we are. I love it, I love it, I love it. That's good to find other people like us, right? It's oh my God, if you're interested, like you're just curious in the reading about like I know, but a book I always loved, I do over and over. It's again, this is my levels of existence, but one of my favorite books right now to read about Rosicrucian paganistic type things is Wisdom of the Mystic Masters. It's a more real, it's a more holistic, scientific, modernistic approach to Rosicrucian belief systems, and it yeah, some good meditations. It's amazing though, like the manipulation of oxygen in the human body and its impact on the brain is phenomenal. Like, that's basically what meditation is, people. You're just basically manipulating the oxygen levels that your brain's receiving, along with your cognitive reasoning or cognitive, I guess, reaction times or deadening of them. So yeah, basically, what you're doing is you're overclocking your brain. Haha! I actually just saw that right now. I'm like, yeah, nah, that's what meditating is basically. Meditating is basically overclocking your brain. Cool. At least in my brain. At least in my thoughts, in my opinion. Which, who knows how valid they are. But man, what a roller coaster of a day, huh, stream? Went from Happy Joy Joy, No Man's Sky geeking, Retroiding, to bawling my eyes about talking about mama. Yeah, totally. Yeah, like, I mean, Rosicrucian belief system, if you think about it, they were thinking about the molecular, actually, the quantum level of mechanics in pre-2000 BCE eras. Isn't that wild to think about that? Yet, Rosicrucian type belief system has been always shunned by every major mainstream religion. You know why? Because all of them stole all the iconography from paganistic religions. Yeah, Christianity basically stole everything from like paganism. It's so funny how, oh my God, the Catholic Church and the destruction of other belief systems at the times. Oh my God. I'm gonna be 100% honest here. I can't stand Catholicism. It's the most hypocritical religion out there, and greediest and most evil of all the religions, honestly. Satanism's better by far, man. I think Satan might have been actually the good guy in the Bible, and God and Jesus are the petty fucking rich ones, elites. I mean, here's the thing I have. My problems with modern Christianity is they tell you you're going to hell because you don't believe in a God. Okay. What kind of fucking God needs to be acknowledged? Isn't that kind of fucking petty for a God that's all powerful and can instantly kill millions of people, which he did in the Old Testament, mind you, and have, telling people that they need to massacre and desecrate and behead their own family members? I don't know, guys. And the fact that your acting members of your church don't even practice what you preach. Like, the religious right is such a fucking contradiction and, like, oxymoron within itself. The only thing that they practice from the Bible is the horrible shit. The sodomy and oh, sorry. And the kids stuff, man. Look at the fucking Epstein files. Okay, we're degrading. Now I'm just getting bitter. I think I gotta refill. I need to eat some chocolate. Actually, that's funny though? Like, if you're feeling a shitty mood or pissy mood, seriously, pop in a little bit of chocolate or sugar, you're good to go. I love them. Oh, human bodies, man, right? Our vessels are crazy. Oh, let's talk about some crazy shit of mine I like to talk about. Ooh, this is like a really far out there of my levels of existence. Believing is the human brain and the soul. You know why we scientifically haven't figured out where it is or what it is or how it operates? We never will. Because it doesn't exist on this plane of reality. How's that? For a good one, huh? And here's the funny thing, too. You guys are going to blow your minds with. I like to think, at least I don't know if it's real or not, but I feel like it is. Our brains are quantum teleporters. What do you mean? Well, basically, we exist, our consciousness exists elsewhere, and our brain's just the transmitter, receiver. And then we are here. That makes us here. Again, this is like high, far level beliefs of mine that do not affect my day-to-day existence or the realities of my world, but are fun thought experiments I like to think about. Doesn't hurt, right? Well, I mean that's like, okay, I like to address something today. The whole like well, the manifestation thing that we see people talking about these days, I don't think people realize that people practicing or talking about it, trying to scam people with it, understand what people understand why they're saying this stuff. Okay, here's my take on why, what these people that are talking about manifestation and creating your own futures are talking about. Basically, what I feel like they are playing on. Yeah, exactly, religion. But yeah, but basically, like these people are talking about, affirmate for effort, and like being able to think about something and having it come into existence. What they're trying to play on is the idea of quantum mechanics and kind of the observational properties, or I guess physics. I guess like when you do certain experiments, when you let's say take an electron or proton and let's say clone it identically and send it through slit experiments, like the values of the secondary cloned item are unknown until you actually measure the first one. So that's what people are trying to grandly take that idea and apply it to thoughts and reality. Which, I get on a higher level. I could see that totally. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people, space people out there, high level ones, that want to think that our world, universe, existence is a deterministic world just by the nature of how it was created in the Big Bang theory and the way the waveform of all the waveform of particles was sent out or whatever. I wish I could explain it better. It's really kind of blows my mind. It's kind of fun, kind of interesting too. There's so many different theories out there. But I mean, quantum mechanics, honestly, alone is funny because quantum mechanics nowadays is basically like magic was 2,000 years ago. That's like science. Like that's the famous saying about science or technology. Like super high level technology is, you can tell when something is super high tech is that it's indiscernible from magic, and often is referred to as magic when technology is beyond our scope of understanding. I mean, think about it. If you were to take someone from, like, say, 1700 and throw them into, like, my condo right now, watching me stream to a couple people on the internet, my video game that's being produced, that is, oh my god. Yeah, trying to explain to someone from 1700 how my Retroid Pocket handheld works, and then I hook it up to my TV and show it to them. It's like, no, it isn't. Mankind science is just a quick cheat sheet on how to understand the world in an organic bodies and this region of space's physics and whatnot. I mean, we don't know what physics are like in other galaxies. We kind of do, but do we really, really know? We can only measure things so far, And some of the reference way we measure things are kind of really backwards, like, how to understand if there's planets around a distant sun is by measuring the luminosity value of the sun and its variance of it, and if it's varying, then to find out the orbits, you take the variance of the luminosity upon a time frame, and dude, yeah, it's like crazy. Like, look at this, Midas. He made a hell of a base. It didn't load in yet, though. So crazy huge. But yeah, it's wild. Science is cool, yo. Like, I don't know. I'll never get sick of science, reading about it. I don't understand it fully. Like, it's taken me 10 years to read about quantum mechanics and still not have a very good grasp on it. I have enough of a grasp to be dangerous and to really say inaccurate things. But I always preface it. Oh yeah. No, in regards to the religion thing I was talking about, when my comments was about that, I'm like, yeah, no, there's really, really good humans that are religious too. I'm not gonna, like, it's just the bad ones really, 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 really are loud. And you all need to start self-regulating within your own church. You know what I'm saying? They need to, at least the religious people. I mean, the fact that you have a preacher that makes $10 million, has a private jet and freaking 10 freaking homes. Oh yeah, he's really proud. And then he asks for donations from his fucking followers. Oh, Joel Osteen, you are gonna burn in your hell, little brother. You know. But then there's another part of me too, like I was saying earlier. This is another like a contrasting belief that I have to my paganistic systems, which actually maybe is could tie in too. This is sweet. We're gonna hang out here. Um, is that there's another part of me who wants to believe. True. That's true. It's an easy argument out, right, against one. But yeah, it's wild. No, dude, he started putting fireplaces in. Let me go check this out now. Oh, am I gonna make it over? I'm gonna go that. Oh, man, I made the bottom ledge, yo. But now, yeah, kind of looks like treadmills in a way. I love it. Oh yeah, getting some. You know, might as well see what we got here. I'll have to come back to this base. Oh, I don't have online in my Switch version. Ooh, teleport's working. I think it's up off floor, right? One back. Oh, we're at the bottom. Yes! That's actually pretty awesome. I'm gonna sit in here now and... Oh, jeez. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. There we go, there we go, there we go. You might get a kick out of this picture. Well, that'll be today's, post for the stream since I was doing some ranting. Oh yeah, you got his network up. Oh my god, if they could make us if we could have an elevator in our base, all of the base types that is, that would be so cool. Oh, it's fun. Yeah, it'd be crazy, like, you know, showing someone of 1700 this. Oh yeah, solar system. God, I don't know. If you ever want to come here to my place, here. Like, this turned out to be, like, I found this place randomly. I'm like, oh my god, this is, like, gorgeous. And then all the people that live here with me, hey, wait, that's NPC. And all these neighbors I have on my planet are actually just random people I met on my stream, which is kind of cool. It's kind of, you know, I think they were just like me, like a bunch of people I wanted multiplayer but didn't want to commit to it. Nice, nice. Yeah, I actually ended up building a custom solar ship, which I never fly. Yeah, I don't know, I guess, yeah, what am I saying? I'm very end game, like, these days. I've been end game for over 8 years. I think. I know, right? Like, trying to remember your stuff. Like, I found an old game save I tried to restore on my Switch version, which didn't, of course, but I looked at the game save inside of it, I'm like, oh my god. I remember when I had this base. That was like 8 years ago. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to, I think, we'll head to another base. I like bases. I think they might increase base limits, so I might have to look into a little more base building. Well, let's see. I'm gonna go take a look at this. Oh, wait. I gotta teleport there. It's way far away. I don't think they fixed that, did they? No. I've been wanting them to fix the online, the galactic map traveling through it, because I want to like get to these places manually. Heck yeah! If you do, I'll make sure I wave at you, and yeah, you'll see quite a few bases. Hopefully it doesn't crash your game, because I know some people, when they first come in, they say it's a little choppy with all the all the bases the neighbors have built. They built some crazy bases, the neighbors. Okay, I gotta... Actually, no, I can get there. Or is that in a different region? Let's see, so here's my main area. This one. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, you can tell this is my neighborhood. The neighborhood. Nope. I think it's in the other area. Yeah, it's like one of my really big bases on a floating island. I think I'm gonna break it down. I should actually do some work in No Man's Sky, huh? Instead of just Use it as my background while I chat with y'all. Or more like rant and rave and cry and save. I'm probably gonna be on for maybe like another half hour. And then I need to actually probably not be sitting on my couch and make some food, do those human things, check my Reddit. I think my buddy texted me. I gotta host movie night next week, so I think we're gonna watch V for Vendetta because it seems highly appropriate right now. All good. Well, dude, you can add me on PSN or whatever. You know me. I'm all about the peoples. Like, if I get trolls added to my playlist, yeah, dude, it's a great movie. Great movie. I remember that was like right after what's her name was in Star Wars too. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I have so many people I don't know. As you can tell, I'm not shy of adding people. And you know what the best thing about this base, this planet? This name actually I got from my neighbors. Yeah, nice. The wife, you got a cool wife too, man. Sounds like. Yeah, you gotta, especially this, if you're in the USA right now, this is a very perfect time to be watching V for Vendetta. Because, yeah, I have a Guy Fawkes mask I bring with to my protests. I always put in my backpack. Actually, I think a lot of people like getting pictures of it when I'm walking because it's pretty good iconography of. Because I carry an American flag too, a really big one that flows beautifully in the wind. And then I have that on, and I have the Fuck Ice buttons and the Don't Forget Alex Preddy and Renee Good pins on my backpack too. But yeah, I think it was, I want to say Tiger Shark and Matt. Those two had kept referring to, hey, when are you coming back to the Blue Planet? So I'm like, you know what? It's become Planet Blue Awesome, I think. And thus, Planet Blue Awesome was born. Oh my god, 14. Nice. You want to see something crazy? If you've ever been to the Galactic Hub, or you want to meet a lot of people, let's see here, where did it? Man, where did it go? I had it in my list. One of the planets had like 252 bases. Thankfully, they don't all show, or else it would be quite catastrophic. This one? Oh, no. I think I gotta go there. Okay, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. Oh, do they really? Nice. Yeah, I think that's might be the one. Then even the older Galactic Hub, areas are still hopping these days. Like, I have in old New Lenin, in the previous space, I had a base there, and that planet has like all kinds of salvageable scrap Corvette parts. I notice whenever I'm there, like I see about 4 or 5 people just pop in. Wait, who's here? Oh no, that's my save. That's someone else's save actually. Wait, where are we at? Oh jeez, I'm like a dude. Tell you guys, I tell you, man, I definitely have undiagnosed ADD, OCD, and autism probably. Back in my day, they just called me hyper and a little special. Oh, by the way, young people, self-deprecation is one of the best ways to stay not bitter and real and grounded. Wait, is it? Yeah, we're gonna go here. I feel like this might be it. Yeah, it's good to take yourself seriously when you have to, but don't take yourself too seriously. Right? I don't know. I pride myself, honestly, on being a mid-40-year-old that acts like a 20-year-old. But acts like a 4-year-old when necessary. Ah, crap. Ooh, look at this, Venator. Is this this might be a max size one. Oh, dude. Nope, it's only a shorter one. Here, watch them. You just hang out here in the middle of the battle. I'm just National Geographic here, documenting the plight of the galaxy. Don't mind us. Not very good aim though. That's a good thing for them at least. All right, let's see here. Let's have a seat actually while we're doing this. Oh man, there must be someone in my system. Because when you go into photo mode, if it moves like this, that means it can't stop photo mode. Whenever there's people in, the world keeps moving. It gets interesting, actually. It's kind of fun. Oh, wait, one of our people in the city, are they saving him? Looking for another player here. No, well, kind of. I know, oh, I should be shooting those missiles. Oh, is it like where you basically have them intersect, basically, and then you paint the chair, and then it'll paint the panels? Holy, what's all that debris coming from? Yeah, I haven't messed with that. I do it by accident, honestly, at times. Oh yeah, all I know is chairs are the way to get out of any bug you're in, any glitch. Well, I'm out of here. They can figure it out themselves. I think one time I saved like 3 civilian ships. I'm like, okay, fine. These missiles are just right here. Oh man, my aim is not very good. Oh wow, I'm not shooting far enough front. Whoop. Oh, dude, that's cool as heck. Let's try doing that again here. Wait, are we 15? Okay, it was the other one. I always forget which is this capital system. This is definitely not it. Oh yeah, we're close. Hang on, we'll have to do it. Fine, well, just emergency. I love emergency warp. Like, I don't want to deal with that. Boom. And it's like a nice shuffle button when you don't know where you want to go next. Like, I don't know where to go. Dude, I bet it does. Can other people see the colors too then? If so, then I would definitely look into it. I'm gonna have to go maybe deal with that next stream. Oh, look at this planet. This looks, oh my god, Earth-like. Holy balls. Lost? Dude. Did I find light no fire? Lost to fire? Yeah, just kidding. Oh, it does? Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that. Look at this area here. Here's the thing that went under the radar. These planet exteriors reflect real planets. So if I go there, it's gonna be a lot of water. If I go there, probably no water at all, hardly. Let's see. Let's find out. If anything, it'll be like a little pond, maybe. Isn't that crazy how they got the space modeling of the planets down to be what they actually render? Woo woo! Yay, look at that! Nope, no water at all, actually. Holy crap. Okay, let's prove my point, just to be sure. Ooh, that looks hot. It looked like it was like the heat was just emanating from the side. Okay, now we're off here. Oh, look at that massive, like, lake there, dude. Probably some islands, I imagine, will be scattered. Oh, no! Wow, see that? That's, like, pretty accurate. Until you start rendering in the more finer details, but still, yeah, pretty watery. Oh, this would be a fun area too for bases. I don't know, man. The fidelity of the graphics, like, see that heat? The heat hazer? That's pretty good. Or it might be just the fact that I've been playing on 720p 30 frames per second on a 5-inch screen. Honestly though, the game looks really sharp on a 5-inch screen, even at 720p, but man, it just don't compare to, like, what am I running right now? 4K, 120 hertz? Yeah, you can't beat that. And HDR too? Yeah, I mean, wow, that's pretty extreme examples, like going from like 720p. I guess OLED still too. Okay, that was the other one I wanted to go to. Oh wait, I'm not even at the right one. I literally overshot my system by 1. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Oh man, if any of y'all ordered the Traveler plushie from YouTube's, you should have it by now. Right now I'm staring down my little Gek, and then behind me, here's my problem. The Traveler one's really cool because the back of his helmet has like a face on it, and he has a little backpack and everything, dudes. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is it. Totally. There's like, this planet probably has like 100 or more, depending on what time of year it is. And oh, 15 today. Hang on, let me land on it first. Hey, look at it. Got my squad out. Look at that. You got the Roz guy. You guys go. You go fug with them. I'm gonna go here. I didn't engage no pirates. Liars. Hey, wait, oh, I bet they're by there's a good waste heap right by my base here. The waste heap is like 200 U's from a plant, actually. So I've been using that for my easy waste collecting. Then I have another one on a completely crazy blizzard planet that literally it takes me 30 minutes for each delivery, which, honestly, I appreciate that. Hang on, wait a minute. Wait, I forget where the main hub portal was at. It's around here, though. Oh yeah, we'll stop at my rest stop quick. Because it's a rest stop. This is a really nice planet, too. The only downfall is it kills the frame rate when I stream because of the... Wait, did they take the bubbles away? Oh no, I'm going too fast. Yeah, the bubbles on here will make, like, the YouTube stream just total trash looking. I'm sorry, guys and gals. But that's just YouTube, because they suck. Like, again, they don't make any tools at all for creators. Literally, they don't make anything. Like, I looked it up. I'm like, how do these big-time YouTubers, like, manage their stuff? Oh, third-party applications. Seriously? And services. That's just so weak. Yeah, it's my little rest stop area. I'm debating about that little... I need to redo my stairs. I like to have, like, little lived-in. This isn't too much. The views are immaculate. Sunrise is over there. Wait, who's that? Hey, ordained data. I better not talk about religion. And I like having the grow back side of when the frame grows back in. Hey, dude! Who is this? Who is this? Hang on, let me wave. Hey, little green dude! There, hang on. I mean, goodies to get. I gotta have something good. Hang on, I'm gonna get some. We're gonna give him some. There we go. Slot shot. Hey, no, I don't need these either. Gotta say hi to the neighbors and give them the good stuff, right? I'm not gonna give any meat though. Oh yeah. You know, I know he's pointing to exactly where. I bet he's one of the guys that has a base by me over there. You know, let me get my little rods up. We're gonna go old school. We're going old school, small ship. Yeah, I think he's pointing to the one that I discovered a while ago when it first came out. I see. It's an orange save beacon. There it is. We'll do a parabolic flight. Oh, not too high though. We need to just break that. Oh, we got too high. I love that, flying like pilots do. Parabolic flights? Yeah, see, here's the waste plant. And then the waste is... right there. Not bad, huh? Ah, you know what? What the hell? We'll scrap a unit. Oh no, I got spider truck. Oh, let's see how this works. Let's see what we got. We have... I don't need explosives, really. This game, man, I tell you, man. If you would have told me I'd be collecting scrap, well, I guess I probably would have... be like, I guess that's not out of the question, but... I like to use the throw method. I think they fixed it where the magnetic field will catch it better. Because I used to always have to bank it off like the front up here to get it to stay really. Oh yeah, this is, yeah. Right now we're on 6.23, so there'll be a lot of fixes for weird stuff like always. Yeah, these are not bouncing out as bad. Yeah, I think they increased damage. He said. Created throwing these. Oh wow, that's like way easier. Usually I would have thrown that like 20 feet away from it, over it. I like to just do this stuff, mix it up. Anything in there? Nope, nothing hiding. A lot of tires here. Oh, I see one. I wonder how my throwing is now. There you go. Just kidding. Yeah, if you notice too, like, light no fire features are testing. bigger herds of animals. You're gonna see herds of about 12 now. Before it'd be maybe 6 or so. Like if I start we'll do that after I feed them here. I always feel bad too. I'm bringing back my waste. I always try to not run over the animals. Unless they just like literally walk right in front of me, then well, Darwin. We're just culling the herd. Alright, let's go talk to the animals. Let's see what we got right now. 2, 4. Look at that little guy, dude. Oh, I love the little guys. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna bring out my pet so they can play. Baby Diplo. Aw, Aki. Aren't you the cutest little guy with laser beams on him too? Oh, hang on. Let's get an egg. Ugh. Like, wow, this is like a super tiny one. I might have to do a little genetic manipulation here later on. There's so many things you can do in this game, you know? Like, oh yeah, if I want, I can go and genetically modify my eggs so it's a different size animal. Oh, by the way, early game players, you want to put this in a refiner if you need ferrite dust, because I just did this on my new save, and it's brilliant. It's a 1-to-2 ratio. So yeah, like when you find those things that have the cargo things, just keep the rusted metal, and then when you're done getting your stuff, put it in a refiner and get some dust. Aw, dude, you're so cute. It's so funny, like, I literally went back in one of the expeditions to get an animal. Like, I love my little Pumbaa here. Little Pumbaa. Sorry, buddy. Oh, he is cuddly, look at him. I made sure to love my buddy. And he was the first fauna I figured out that they use their guns. If you get hit by, like, an aggressive fauna, if you have your fauna out with weapons on side, he'll come by and stun the animal. Hang on, let's find one. I need to find an aggressive fauna. Look, see, look at this. Now, okay, here you go, here you go. Check this out now, the herding. Okay, you got, oh, and there's planes. You got birds. Yeah, we never had this before, ever. Look at that. Look at that. That's like, okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 26 animals right there. 27. 28, 29. 30, 31. 31 fauna on screen all at once. Yeah, we didn't do that before. That's new. That's definitely like that trailer we saw in Light and Fire. Remember that one where there are 3 players on their mounts running and you see all the fauna chasing them kind of in a way, or running in the area parallel with them. Okay, spider hauler. I love how fast this thing looks. I love when you do the boost. You know, I think I can get away with this one here, going all the way up. 8, 9. So they patched a lot of the weird bugs, which were the ones that really made it interesting. Like, now it's just too easy. This is too easy, man. Like, I struggled so hard before the patch getting up that hill. Like, I didn't lose this. Dude. Hang on. No Man's Sky. Of course I'm stopping. It's an auto page. You know, I don't need any of that stuff, but... Oh, I forgot to actually hit X. Oh, hell yeah, we're gonna free you, dog. May your digital convergent conscious be freed. See, this is what happens if you turn your soul into, if you convert yourself to digital. Alright. Good times, huh? Okay, let's see. Have we gone the right direction? I did not even search. I think... Where's my ship at? Oh, did I go the wrong way? I got so excited about the spider not spilling the car. Dude, this isn't even hard. Like, I'm not even slow. Like... Wait, am I going the right way? The hardest part is knowing am I going the right way. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really liked how hard it was before. I know I'm not the only one, but... Like, I really enjoyed that expedition. Oh, I went the wrong hill. Hang on. Sometimes, though, when you're on planets that have so much stuff going on, good luck finding your marker. Oh, I know why I thought my ship was right, because I flew there. Dope. Nope, I was going the right way. Okay, we're gonna try to go fast as we can, actually. Since it seems like it's really easy now. I mean, look at this. This is like... Oh, we gotta get... Oh, we almost got it. Almost got it, almost got it. Still, that's like minimal. Oh, yeah. Good times, right? Uh-oh. If anything, I'll probably throw it over the trailer. Yeah, this gravity gun is gonna be... There's gonna be a lot of cool things coming, I think, with this. I mean, if they just let us use it to, like, oh my god, pick up players, that alone would be... Hey, he's back! That would alone would be awesome, you know? It's funny, I, like, lost my load, literally. Spider truck. Spider truck. Does what a spider truck can't. Oh, I love seeing the videos of people accidentally dumping the materials everywhere. It's so freaking hilarious. So hilarious. What's up, dude? Wait, no, it's someone else. Hey, that's the guy from my base, maybe. He must have found this. I thought that was like one of my neighbors, but I forgot we're on a Galactic Hub capital system, so there's a bunch of everyone here. Oh, did I get a new one yet? I think I need more of the toxic ones. They're the hardest. Next ones are good. Hey, I better hide. I better give a hi here. Hello. You know, I see travelers. I see things to give them. Wait, is that someone I know? I feel like I know that person. That's they got squid, I guess, which isn't surprising in this location. You know what's funny? I think I still need to throw a bunch of this junk in here. Check to see if the dumper works now. I tried dumping it a few times and oh, that's annoying. Good times. Let's see. Should we check our lounge? Oh, look at that. I got so many of these to go. 18 more of the talk. That's, I think everyone's having problems finding that one. Oh, well. Good times. You know, I'm not... Look at it! Oh, I love it. Wait, dude. There he is. You know what I should do now? Hang on. I'm gonna bring in my ridiculous Bricky. The classic. No one never gets sick of the Bricky. It never gets old, man. Oh, that looks really good, that sun. 7 floors of living goodness. You too could rent yourself a home on the Bricky. All you need are some grease pies. I love this. Actually, let's go for a tour quick. It's been a while. We got our upper level here to hang out, and then we have our dining hall area, which I need to build out more. It's a lot of rooms. And then we have our sleeping quarters, crew quarters here, kind of. Smaller one. And of course some plants to keep it real. And then this is our viewing deck here, just to look around, go for tours with us. Then I got another, I think, mission center here, kind of our mission staging zone area. Then our very bottom floor, this is the luxurious sleeping floor, as you can tell by the luxury. And then our dance floor viewing area. Yeah, let's start tours up again next season. Oh yeah, let's get my other one in. Actually, this is the one I built when I was watching The Expanse recently. Oh my god, I forgot how great that was. And after watching The Expanse, I'm like, you know what? I need to build me a James H. Holden Corvette. and thus my Corvette, my Expanse-styled Corvette. I don't know, I really had a lot of fun building this one, just because it's like a vertical, yeah. I don't know, I just like, the only thing I don't like is I have to have one of these things to get the cool look I wanted. I don't really like these, okay, I'll use the button. I think this is pretty well fitted out even. So we got our normal, this is a mudroom I call it. You gotta clean your shoes off before you can go upstairs. Let me see. Let's see, what is this here? It's a refinery? Yeah. I left this open because if you put two of those in there, it gets a little weird. Trying to walk up. What was this? This is like another crew. This is a storage industrial zone, more so. Some side cabin areas. Wait, can we sleep in these yet? I can sit there. Cozy little living room side here. I don't know, you gotta make them lived in, I feel, right? Oh, this is my nice little dining hall. I like this area. Except they can't sit on the stools. Nonetheless. And every floor you get, it's a little nicer. This is my secondary crew action station, I call it. Mission radar. Haven't done anything here yet. Later on. Just a little, like, turned it into our... And then my crew, or my captain quarters, or my cockpit's up here. Yeah, I realized if you put the cockpit back, it looks actually pretty good. I want to make it a little bigger, but I'm worried I'm around parts to my base limits. See? And look at us. Now I'm devolved down into a Corvette show-off stream. Yeah, there's some pretty amazing Corvettes out there. Mine are very specific to use cases. So like I have my other one. This is the one I use most of the time actually. This is my Sentinel, smaller Sentinel-based Corvette. I like this for ship hunting or park hunting. It's a fun one to make. I've seen a few other people make similar designs because I think the first idea we all have is like, hey, let's make a Sentinel one. I just like my favorite part, honestly, is like, on my ship here is this part I made. Where the gun's right here in front. Kind of in a little gunning area. Yeah. I just love these engines, too. I want more base parts, more Corvette parts. And I want to be able to actually use the parts that you can't use. There's 6 connectors we cannot use in normal mode. Only creative mode can play with them. Some maneuverability. Oh, this isn't that good. At least, oh god, everything flopped around again. Look at that. Well, just these ones here, but still. Whatever. I'll deal with it. I don't really care. So hang on, let's see who goes all here. I bet our base count number's up now. There we go. That's the right number. Once you land, it gives you the full number. 100. It's about 200 bases on this planet, I think. Where's that other one someone was talking about? So let's try to get here. I don't think I can, though. Oh, look at that purple. Look at that ring planet, though, man. That's... Oh, wow. I like that. I like the... Oh, I'm gonna keep moving. You go to photo mode, the camera stays, but the ship keeps going. Oh, wait. Hang on. I can catch him. I think it stopped. I'm catching it. Wait, does my camera... I think it's over there. Oh. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I guess it does stop, actually, with the Corvettes, at least. Eventually. Oh, wait, maybe if I just... There we go. I'm just not smart. No. Yeah. I don't need a picture. Okay. Let's check the thing I complain about all the time, the custom waypoint. Normally this thing will let you only go out 600 to 800 light years, even if your hyperdrive says like 5,000 light years. Oh, it's a little more promising. If it goes beyond this next one, it's... And there we are, we hit... Even though that's not the base I want to go to. Okay, let's go there. I think I'm gonna probably... Oh my god, I should probably eat some food. It's like 4:30 and I have had only a cup of coffee today. Oh, and a half a beer, which I really don't think I should have drank anyways. Oh, jeez. Oh, I remember when I was younger, and by about to right now, if I was a day off, I probably would have had about 8 beers in me. And half a glass of whiskey. Oh, look at this place. Yeah, the space stations, when they change though, man, they are... Like, I very rarely ever notice a duplicate design, really. The way they do it. Okay, now, Alright, try to find the door, huh? Usually on the side facing the closest planet. Yeah, this is a wicked design, yo. June. Oh, let's see. I like the lights here now too. How they did that. I'm glad though they stopped them because before this patch, they would the lights down there. As long as you stayed in your Corvette, they would keep spinning, and you kind of would be like, "What's going on here?" That's so weird. I had my controller on my wrist, and I thought I had my watch on. I'm like, wait, what? Oh. Yeah. I'm not intelligent. Actually. Yeah, you can tell I do a little bit of Corvette building. Thank you, Matt, for all the parts. I think he might be... Don't tell the authorities, he might be duplicating them. All I know is he asks me if I need any Corvette parts, and I say yeah, and he comes by and dumps them in my inventory. That's why I love having neighbors, honestly. And then, like, if he needs something too, he's like, hey, do you have any? I'm like, oh yeah, dude, totally. Finally, I can give you something. Yeah, all the people all the neighbors on that Planet Blue Awesome are end game players or high resource players, basically, so just kind of fun. Yeah, I should sell this. Oh, actually, no, I'm keeping that because I actually need that for like a settlement to build stuff. One of my settlements. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna save. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day here, my friends. You know, it was a good day. It was a good stream. Oh my god, so funny. One time, I had two of my neighbors. I asked if they wanted to come with me to one of the galactic hub planets were nearby, you know, and they're like, okay, yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, hey, did you guys get in? Did I lose you in space? And they're like, oh no, we're here. It's kind of cozy though. Like, basically, I left my ship and I look back here, and they're both sitting, each sitting in a chair. I'm like, that does look a little cozy. So I thought that was kind of fun that they used my actual spot I made them for it. Yeah, as you can tell, it doesn't take too much for me to get happy and excited. Okay, well, on that note, my friends, well, thank you everybody for hanging out with me and listening to all my 4 seasons of emotions and ranting and raving. We hit them all, baby. Well, I hope you all have a good day. Be well, be good to others, and hopefully others will be good to you too, and I'll see you on the next stream. Maybe probably tomorrow. I gotta go do some walking and protesting too, so. Hi, my friends. Have a good one.